This is Lady Raider basketball. Tonight we begin the second half of the Conference USA conference season as the Lady Raiders host the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. Good evening to you from the Jamir O'Malley Hale Arena. Joe Fisher along with Kyle Turnham. Middle Tennessee 16-6, 8-1, tied atop Conference USA as we reach the midway point, having won 4 straight. A nice successful road trip on the toughest road trip in terms of distance in the conference to Las Cruces, New Mexico. That was an overtime win, 66-59, and then an impressive win over UTEP, 64-42. Jacksonville State 9-11 on the season, 3-6 in Conference USA. Middle Tennessee beat this team handily in Jacksonville, Alabama, and that's one of those. I always worry, Kyle, that you might get a little false sense of security and not be on your A game when you get ready for the rematch.
Well, this is where the coaches talk constantly about playing to your standard and not playing to your opponent, because this is a game that we won 69-35 on January the 11th. So an average team would come in and think this game's over with, could play, to be honest, sloppy and still win, but that's not the standard that you're playing to, and I think that's the big key tonight. Maturity and leadership from that locker room is going to be pivotal.
Going to be interesting to see how they bounce back. It was a very impressive. When the trip to Jacksonville, things were changed. We went a day early because of bad weather coming in. It snowed in Jacksonville overnight, so they were out of their routine and out of the rhythm, and actually played very well in that first matchup with the Gamecocks. With nearly 200 majors and concentrations for undergrads and more than 100 graduate programs, Middle Tennessee State University has something for everyone, including more than 50 online degrees. Do you want a high-quality, affordable education? It's not too late to apply. Learn more at mtsu.edu. We'll take a look at Conference USA coming up next. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
City Auto Mitsubishi is your hometown dealer for new Mitsubishi models like Outlander, Eclipse Cross, and Mirage. See all the new Mitsubishi models and save today. Remember, City Auto is still your volume used car dealer with a huge selection of quality pre-owned inventory. Win with City Auto's great selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs from more than 35 brands. City Auto, Bridge Avenue off Old Fort Parkway. Go Blue Raiders.
When it comes to money, I'm a saver.
Me too. Though I can also be a bit of a spender.
Well, Ascend has got you both covered. With our interest-earning checking, you can
earn interest so I can save money for my beach trip?
Sure. And with our rewards checking, you can
get cash back for my purchases? Tap reward?
Yep. So no matter how you handle your money, Ascend Federal Credit Union has the right checking account for you. Interest-earning checking earns 3.56% annual percentage yield up to $15,000. Some restrictions apply.
When you make the right decision, it feels good, like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm is here to help you select the right protection at the right price. Hello, I'm State Farm Agent Deb Insel, and I'll make sure that you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. With State Farm, it's easy to make the right choice. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles. TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Well, as we begin the second half of Conference USA season, let's take a look at teams around the conference, brought to you by Hampton Inn and Suites Murfreesboro. Old-fashioned Southern hospitality and contemporary comfort at a great rate. Located at 325 North Thompson Lane in Murfreesboro. Standings as we've reached the midway point. Liberty and Middle Tennessee each tied at 8-1. Of course, Middle Tennessee's only loss at Western Kentucky in conference play. Liberty's only loss right here in Murfreesboro to the Lady Raiders. Western Kentucky is 6-3. FIU is 5-4. Louisiana Tech, New Mexico State each 4-5. Jacksonville State, Kennesaw State are 3-6. Sam Houston and UTEP are 2-7. Games on the schedule for tonight. FIU is at Sam Houston in Huntsville, Texas. Liberty is at Louisiana Tech. Kennesaw State is at Western Kentucky. And, of course, Jacksonville State is here against Middle Tennessee. So this is the fourth ever meeting between Middle Tennessee and Jacksonville State. Lady Raiders have won all three previous ones, most recently 69-35 back in early January down in Jacksonville, Alabama. But this is a dangerous team, and you'll hear Rick Insel talk about it in our pregame visit. This team, he thinks, is much better than the way they played in our first meeting in Jacksonville. I'm talking about the Gamecocks, so we'll see how that plays out tonight. We'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll get a scouting report on the Gamecocks from assistant coach Kim Bruton. That's next. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles. TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test. Starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Looking for something to take your mind off this traffic? How about a true story of instant success? Did you hear about the two friends who went grocery shopping in Ashland City and picked up everything on their list plus $75,000? Or the one where a truck driver made a last-minute stop off Interstate 40 and drove off with a cool $1 million? All their lives changed in an instant, and yours could too. So stop by your local retailer for your chance with instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing, life-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
With the game on the line and the shot clock winding down, the Blue Raiders pass the ball to the most proven player on the floor to make the game winner. As the Nashville area's proven John Deere equipment dealer and proud sponsor of Middle Tennessee basketball, Tri-Green Equipment is wide open and ready to make the game-winning play for your property season after season. Stop by in-store today or visit us online at trigreen.com. Go Blue Raiders.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Time now for a scouting report on the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. We're joined by assistant coach Kim Bruton. I was just talking to Coach Insel a few minutes ago.
second time through. You've been through this process with them. Is it easier to get your team ready because they've seen them before, or is it just a different challenge?
Well, it's kind of a different challenge. You're more familiar with them and their personnel and their tendencies, but you also don't want them to think, oh, we beat them by 30 last time, we can just relax and play, because that's not the case. You know, if you look at their last game against Liberty, at one point they were down by 20 points and then cut that back to a one-possession game. So they're a team that plays really hard. They're deep in their bench. They play 11 kids. They have 11 kids on the roster. You know, they just play really hard and get after you, so you can't really let your guard down against this type of team.
Yeah, it's funny. I was going to say that because they only have 11 on their entire roster, but they all play.
Yeah, and they really promote the fact that their bench scores a lot of points, and most games their bench outscores the other team's bench, you know, so they're very capable, and they can sub anybody in at each position. That pretty much they don't lose any ground there.
So talk about a couple of their key players. I know Rhodes was one that we kind of featured the first time we saw them.
Well, yeah, she's a lefty post player. She's undersized, but she plays hard. She don't really shoot the three, but she can step out and hit the mid-range, and she's just super athletic. And then they have a guard that actually was their leading scorer against us last time in Ponce that does it really good. She's just super active, so she'll be a challenge for Jalen defensively. But then they also had another guard that's very similar to Ponce that did not play against us in the last game that we're going to have to be ready and aware of when she's in the game.
Interesting is if you just look at the statistics in this game between these two teams, it should be a low-scoring game. I mean, because both defenses hold the opponent below 40% from the field.
Absolutely, and that's not fun for people who like to watch offense, you know, and it's just they do a really good job. I think they're second in the league in defending, and I think actually we probably held them to one of their lowest point totals all season, so I'm sure they're going to want to prove something about that tonight. But I'm excited. You know, it's just another chance for us to get out there and play, and this is our second time playing everyone. We're about to start the midpoint of conference play, so I'm excited to see what we can accomplish tonight.
Play well.
Thank you.
That's Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Looking for the ultimate hangout spot? Head to Cedar Glade Brews. With 12 taps and over 100 bottles and cans, we've got craft beer, seltzer, mead, kombucha, cider, non-alcoholic, and craft soda for everyone. We're family and dog-friendly, featuring food trucks, live music, and trivia nights. Plus, you can book our space for private events inside or on our spacious patio.
Blue Raider fans enjoy a Cedar Glade brew in the Murphy's Center Beer Garden.
Purveyors of foamy goodness, Cedar Glade Brews, where great times and good vibes await.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
It's never lost on Window World that your home is your largest physical investment. Window World's integrity can be noticed from your very first moment of contact. The clean, professional installation of premium windows, siding, doors, and more are designed to last while leaving your home looking amazing. Window World and their lifetime warranty will always be there when it really matters. They're America's most trusted remodeler and a proud partner of Middle Tennessee State University Athletics because the difference is integrity and always in the detail.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Tonight's pregame visit with Coach Rick Insel is brought to you by the Daily News Journal. Read all about Blue Raiders sports in the Daily News Journal. The DNJ is Rutherford County's first source for news, sports, and much more.
Well, Rick, it's natural. You get to the midway point of a season in conference play and all, and people start evaluating, start looking at things. So just evaluate where you feel like this group is right now.
Well, looking at our practices this week, we had 3 very consistent practices, which were very upbeat, and I thought we got a lot accomplished. They were very coachable, and that tells me maybe that we might be coming together. And that's kind of what I hope for tonight. I hope we can go into this game, have a great game, share the basketball, play great defense, rebound the ball, and then, that will complete those 3 practices. And then have a practice tomorrow and then go into the game Saturday. So this is an important week for us, just to see where our basketball team's at.
With Cavs dealing with what she's having to deal with her knee, hopefully going to get through the season, do you have to do anything differently with her? Will you try to spell her some, make some changes because of that?
Well, Jada's getting most of the reps right now. Cab gets a few, but Jada gets a lot more, maybe twice, maybe 3 times more than Cab gets. And what we're doing is just getting Jada ready in case Cab happens to go down. But she looks good. I mean, she looked good in practice. You wouldn't know she was hurt.
Yeah, she scared us a little bit the other day, didn't she?
Well, Cab, you never know. She, I didn't know if she was mad at herself or she was hurt. But I knew that she'd come around and come back up and let us know what's going on. The next thing I know, she's up there sitting with Matt, wanting to go back in.
How is it now you're playing somebody for the second time when you're preparing? Is it easier because you've seen them before, or is it what changes?
Well, it's not any easier because we kind of beat the heck out of them, and they're going to come in highly motivated. They're not as bad as they were. I don't know what was going on that day, but that day things went well for us and didn't go too good for them. And we scored, I think, 70-something points, maybe 69 or 70 points. So they're not that bad. I mean, they played everybody in the conference close. They played Liberty. They were in the middle of the fourth quarter. It's a 1-point game at Liberty. They beat a good New Mexico State team that took us to overtime. So you got to look at the fact that they're not that bad. And so, the personnel, we know them a little better than we did when we first played them. But still, you got to play hard and you got to execute.
But one of the keys in that first game, Rhodes, as I think their best player, did a really good job on her. I think she scored like 9, but most of them came in garbage time.
I think maybe, and my memory, I don't know if it serves me right or not, but I think maybe she got in foul trouble, Joe, and they had to take her out. And that kind of took, anytime that happens, you're in and out of your rhythm. So, I hope she gets in foul trouble tonight, to be honest with you.
So a couple of keys for success here tonight.
Well, we got to come out and play defense and rebound the ball. And that's what I'd like to see, And then, the people that we get in the game, I want them to be able to execute. If we do that, we're going to be all right.
Play well.
Thank you.
This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
MT Dining is eating made easy. With more than 19 dining locations, you will never run out of variety on campus. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, Subway, or Starbucks, we've got the brands you love right here. Need a quick snack or Scantron? Stop by one of the 5 pods on campus and try out MT Dining's new Farm to Fork experience. Farmers Market, now open, located in the Student Union. Visit mtdining.com for more information or visit our office in the Keithley University Center, room 202.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
City Auto Mitsubishi is your hometown dealer for new Mitsubishi models like Outlander, Eclipse Cross, and Mirage. See all the new Mitsubishi models and save today. Remember, City Auto is still your volume used car dealer with a huge selection of quality pre-owned inventory. Win with City Auto's great selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs from more than 35 brands. City Auto, Bridge Avenue off Old Fort Parkway. Go Blue Raiders!
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Getting set for Middle Tennessee and Jacksonville State. Our injury report brought to you by the law offices of John Day, Murfreesboro's personal injury law firm and a proud sponsor of the Blue Raiders. Most significant, Kyle Turnham, is Courtney Blakely with the knee problem. She came out of a game on this previous road trip. Rick Insel was very concerned that she might be done. She came back later in that game, and she's going to play tonight, but they're going to keep a close eye on that.
Well, this is now the second time that there's been a tweak in that situation. So the reality of it is this. You hope that you get off to a great start so that you can get her off the floor as quickly as possible, and then other players need to be ready to step up and get a significant number of minutes.
Jada Harrison's beginning a lot of reps, and there's discussion that she would be the go-to if need be. Obviously, Jalen Gregory's played in that point position. Savannah Davis has to a degree as well.
Well, and once again, I've said this multiple times, it's not the point guard position that us old-timers are used to, where all you do is, pass the ball and that's it. In Middle's offense, once you get it initiated, the point guard becomes a guard, no more, no less. So it's a little bit more from a standpoint of under out of bounds sets and things like that. But Middle runs so many offenses that are just guards or interchangeable. It's not as big of a deal as it's made out to be. We just need somebody to handle pressure, and that's one of the things that they're probably not going to see a tremendous amount of tonight is pressure.
Right. Time now for the Ascend Federal Credit Union starting lineups. Show your MTSU pride with every purchase. Visit an Ascend branch and ask for your MTSU branded debit card. Ascend is the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Ascend is insured by NCUA. Starting lineup the same for Middle Tennessee. Number 1, Courtney Blakely will start, 5'8" senior out of Gary, Indiana, almost 10 points per game. Anastasia Boldareva, 6'7" junior from Moscow, Russia, averaging a double-double, 15 points, 10 rebounds, leads the conference in blocks with 71. Number 10, Jalen Gregory, 5'8" junior, Lafayette, Tennessee, 14 points, 4 rebounds. Number 15, Tamia Scott, 6' sophomore out of Clarksville, 15.5 points, 6.5 rebounds. And number 21, Alina Urike, a 6'2" redshirt senior, Helsinki, Finland, 6 points and just under 5 rebounds. Rick Insel in his 20th year as coach of the Lady Raiders, 479 and 161. Associate head coaches Matt Insel, Kim Bruton, Nina Davis, Tom Hodges, and Courtney Whitson are the assistants. For the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State, number 2, Shaquise May, a 5'10" senior from Atlanta, averaging 3 points per game. Number 3, Samaya Steele, a 5'8" junior from Meridianville, Alabama, 5 points, 2.5 rebounds. Number 10, Brianna Rhodes, 6' senior, Montgomery, Alabama, 9.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. Number 21, Maya Barnes, 6' senior, Montgomery, Alabama, 7.5 points, 4.5 rebounds. And number 71, Maria Sanchez Ponce, a 5'10" junior from Spain, averaging 6 points, 2 rebounds per game. Rick Pietri is in his 12th year, just picked up his 400th career win last week in the win over New Mexico State. He's 180 and 163 in 12 years at Jacksonville State. So we'll look forward to this one. This is one of those, statistically, Kyle, Middle Tennessee number 1 in the conference, number 2 in the nation in field goal percentage defense, giving up 33%. Jacksonville State's not bad. They're giving up 39%. They're second in the conference.
Well, I think the bigger stats with Jacksonville State is when you look at them from the three-point line, their three-point field goal percentage,
defense.
Their defense is number 4 in the country, but you look at them offensively, they attempt 27.7 threes a game, which is good for 11th. And obviously, they knock down 8.2 per game, which is good for 36th in the country. So if they defend it according to their stats and they make it according to their stats, they could make the game very interesting.
No question. We'll take a break, come back, get it started from the Murphy Center right after this. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
RJ Young is no longer just your office copier supplier. We are now helping you create the modern office. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, managed IT, and AV technology for your organization. We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you more through building services, and our U.S.-based specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the highest degree of personalization.
Blue Raider fans, Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Lightning's Locker Room is just across the street from Floyd Stadium at 1321 Greenland Drive. It has all the MT polos, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and all the other game day gear you'll ever need. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or in Murphy Center on game days. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes. Providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles, TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Murphy Center. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member services. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit MTE.com to learn more. And about that scoreboard, well, light it up, Blue Raiders.
It's the golden anniversary of Middle Tennessee women's basketball. Season number 50 of Lady Raider basketball is presented by Window World of Murfreesboro, the official window and exterior remodeling company of Blue Raider Athletics. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, official team physicians for Blue Raider Athletics. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford, the official hospital partner for MTSU Athletics. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. Now, here's the voice of the Lady Raiders, Shelby Fisher.
Live from the Murphy Center, the Glass House at Middle Tennessee State University. This is Lady Raider basketball tonight. It's Middle Tennessee and Jacksonville State. Great to be with you. Joe Fisher along with my partner Kyle Turnham. MTSU at the turn in conference play. 16-6 overall in the season, 8-1, tied for the top in Conference USA with Liberty. Jacksonville State 9-11, 3-6 in the conference. Middle Tennessee won the first meeting handily in Jacksonville. Alabama won it by 30, as a matter of fact, 69-35. That can tend to give you a false sense of security, so you got to show them to be ready to play here tonight. As we look forward to this, Middle Tennessee white jerseys and trunks with blue numerals and lettering and a black belt band around the shorts.
Well, what that is not a black band. It's actually their shorts rolled. That is the interior waistband on those shorts. They have a white waistband.
Right.
They just roll their shorts, so the anthracite waistband
gives it a different look.
Shows, yeah.
There you go. Gives it a different look. Got to be styling. No problem with that. Our officials for tonight's game, Jody Cantrell, Royce Blevins, and Molly Caldwell. And we are about set to get underway.
Did you like that word, anthracite?
I appreciate you working that in.
Yeah.
That's one of the reasons I really enjoy working. You're going to get one or two really quality words in every game. And I just don't know when they're coming.
Me either.
Some of them are totally made up, but
yes.
That's another story. Middle Tennessee will move right to left as you listen here in the first half. Coming off that long road trip out to New Mexico and to El Paso and getting on and talking to Rick Insel after. Well, you get off that trip with 2 wins, pretty good accomplishment, regardless of how good your team is. Middle Tennessee controls the tap. We're underway. Blakely cut off on a hedge at the top of the key. Comes to Boulder-Rava. Jacksonville State opens up man-to-man. Gregory kicks to the corner. Blakely back to Jalen. Now to Enrique. Their spacing a little off there. Ball was tapped and saved by Gregory. This Jacksonville State team will get after you defensively. Gregory drove wide open in the corner for the 3 that's back iron, no good. Rebound Jacksonville State. I thought Jalen had a wide open shot to the rim, but she kicked it to an open player in the corner.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. I thought she just went ahead and driven that ball to the backboard.
Of course, Middle Tennessee in man-to-man defense. Jacksonville State's Rhodes hands it off. Sanchez Ponce now to the corner. And a whistle, and I believe, is it a 3-second violation? And it is, and that's a turnover for the Gamecocks.
Well, again, you've got to guard the three-point line with this Jacksonville State team. They attempt 27.7 of those a game.
Blakely tried to lob it into Boulder-Rava. It hit the rim, saved back into Cab, who throws it back inside and then knocked out of bounds. It will go to Jacksonville State. So a little erratic early on in the first couple of possessions. Cab tried to lob it into Boulder-Rava. It was too tall and actually grazed the rim.
I'm not too sure that was the correct call on that inbound play either.
I thought it hit the Jacksonville State player,
Absolutely.
But they gave it to the Gamecocks. Oh, Blakely goes for the steal and finally gets it. Cab's going to drive to the basket, lay it up with the left hand and got it. Jacksonville State's defender got away literally with grabbing Blakely when she was making the steal, but Cab got away anyway. 2-0 Lady Raiders. Almost a minute and a half gone. Rhodes, 17-foot jumper, is in and out, no good. Enrique with the board for the Lady Raiders. To Blakely right down the middle of the court. Stops top of the key, keeps the dribble. Now eases to the left wing. Now works it back to the right side. They sag back off of her a little bit. There's the lob to Boulder-Rava. Goes up in the lane, banked it up and in.
Nice,
they don't have an answer
play.
really for that.
They do not. And it was a nice, decisive move by Noss when Middle went to the high-low. Enrique feeds it low. Noss just turns and scores. That's when she's at her best.
I mean, Rhodes is 6 foot, giving up, half a foot to Boulder-Rava. 4-0 Lady Raiders. 2 minutes gone, first quarter. Penetration and the kick from May. Outside to Sanchez Ponce, who had a good game against the Lady Raiders. Jumper up, no good. Offensive rebound, put back is good by Samaya Steele. Her first point, 5'8", but got in there among the taller players and came out with a rebound.
Yeah, Courtney Blakely lost her on the box out. Steele just went and got it.
Yeah, they tried the lob into Boulder Rava again. This one too tall and a turnover. Here comes Jacksonville State the other way to Shaquise May. May on the right wing. Now out Steele. Steele by Blakely. Lead pass Jalen Gregory. Lays it up and in. Cab already with 2 steals early in the first quarter. And now a little zone press here by Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, 1-2-2 here. They will also go 2-1-2.
Almost a travel there on Jacksonville State, splitting those 2 in the backcourt. There's the double team near the center line. She stepped through it, got out. 3 from the wing is way off the mark. Rebound Enrique for Middle Tennessee.
Great box by Alina there.
Had her pinned totally on the baseline. Tamia Scott's first touch of the night as she has it front court. 6:45 to go first quarter. Middle Tennessee leading 6-2. Top of the key, Enrique. Looking to penetrate to Boulder Rava, could not. Out to Gregory. Shot clock at 10. Jalen off the screen. They try the little slip screen down. Shot clock at 6. Alina for 3. It is off the iron. No good. Rebound, Jacksonville State.
Well, with that hard hedge, pick and pops are going to be available all night long.
Yeah, she broke to the basket, but they did not go there that time. Gamecocks with the basketball. Kick to the corner. They're going to jack up another 3. This one's no good. Rebound, Blakely had it for a moment. Kick to the corner, and it's going to be saved by Jacksonville State. Good quick hands there on the baseline. Rhodes, Boulder Rava lost it. I think it's off her leg out of bounds, and it is.
It is, yep. And Rhodes has only attempted 1 3-point shot the entire year, so you do not have to rush out at her when she catches the ball beyond the 3-point line. She's driving it.
So now checking in now, Maya Barnes is there for number 22 for Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State with 4 turnovers already, and oddly enough, 3rd in the conference at only 15.5 turnovers per game. So they typically take pretty good care of the ball.
Contact on a blocking foul. Tamia Scott was trying on that Utah play to drive to the right side of the basket.
Yeah, take your pick there on who the foul was on.
I think they called it on Shaquise May. That's her first.
That's who I thought it was. Could have called it on either one easily.
It was before the shot went up, so it'll be inbounded. And official doing double duty here.
Well,
grabs the mop.
The assist goes to Jalen Gregory, who went and got the mop, and then the official did the mopping. So
good teamwork there. Inbounds to Tamia Scott. Bounce pass to the wing to Blakely. There's the lob to Boulder Rava off the left block. Inside out to Blakely. Right back into Nas. Turns around off the glass. Good. Beautiful 2-man game.
Simple basketball.
4 for Boulder Rava. 8-2 Middle Tennessee. 5:35 left first half. That's going to be a foul. I believe Blakely was trying to get through a screen and ran into Rhodes, and Cab's going to be called for her first.
Well, I don't think Cab knew that screen was coming.
Yeah.
There's got to be communication, and whether it's going to be a hedge or a switch, whatever you're going to do, but it's got to be communicated so she doesn't pick up that cheap foul.
Rhodes checks out. Elsie Harris into the game. There's another steal, 5th turnover by Jacksonville State. Lead pass to Gregory. Kicks to the wing to Tamia Scott. Her 3 is no good. Rebound Boulder Rava. Back up on the glass short. Rebound Jacksonville State. She initially looked to clear it and then decided to turn around and go ahead and try to score.
Yeah, she had a second chance shot, and I thought that Tamia Scott turned down a wide open shot as well and then shot it.
3 from the left wing is back iron, no good. A long rebound and offensive board for Jacksonville State. Harris, 15-foot jumper, good one over Tamia Scott. Elsie Harris with the basket. That ends a scoring drought for Jacksonville State, cuts the deficit to 4 at 8-4.
And that's not something Harris does a lot of. Only her 9th made 3 on the year.
Scott to Blakely. Bullet pass inside intended for Boulder Rava. Nice anticipation in the steal by the Gamecocks. That's turnover number 3 by Middle Tennessee. Maya Barnes, the 6-foot senior with the basketball, lost the handle, got it back. Guarded by Enrique. Needs somebody to come get it. Now to Harris, kicks to the corner. Little shot fake, 15-footer, maybe partially blocked. Late whistle and a foul. That's going to be
on Cab. That'll be her second.
That's her second, and that's going to prompt Savannah Davis to get up off the bench. And that was a late one, Kyle. The shot was almost gone by the time she ran into it. Timeout, 4:19 left in the opening quarter. Middle Tennessee 8, Jacksonville State 4. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Smith dribbles to the top of the key and lets it fly, and it's no good. Oh, but wait, he was fouled. They'll have another chance to win. Hey, you know what this reminds me of, Bob?
The game against State last year?
Nope, the bonus scratch instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. They give you 2 chances to win, one on the front of the ticket and one on the back.
Okay, that's random.
Play the bonus scratch instant games today for your chance at up to $500,000. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes. Providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles, TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Murphy Center. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member services. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit MTE.com to learn more. And about that scoreboard, well, light it up, Blue Raiders.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
I am the lead sheets.
Our First Vision first minute of today's game brought to you by First Vision Bank. Accomplish your vision for your personal or business finances with First Vision Bank. With dedicated banking professionals, products to fit your goals, and advanced financial management tools, your vision is our mission. FVB.Bank, FDIC, equal housing lender.
Yeah, defense has been the name of the game so far for the Lady Raiders. Right now, Jacksonville State only 2 out of 7 from the floor, 0 for 3 from the three-point line, no assist and 5 turnovers. That's a pretty good start.
The frustration with that, though, is you haven't made more hay as a result of it, only leading by 4, 8-4 at this point, and significant now. Courtney Blakely on the bench with 2 early fouls. So that prompts the freshman Savannah Davis out of McKenzie, Tennessee to check in.
Well, and that may end up actually being a good thing. It gets Cab off the floor, gets the rotations at the point on the floor to get them more playing time, and you've got to manage this game from a standpoint of keeping Cab as healthy as possible.
Yep. Free throws coming here for Shaquise May, who misses the first free throw. May is a 60% free throw shooter. That's only the 11th free throw she's taken. And the Frosty chant has kicked into gear. Second toss. Oh, she got it. They build the anticipation and then take it away.
Well, you can tell how much this team from Jacksonville uses that 3 because they only get 14% of their points from the free throw line.
8-5 Middle Tennessee lead. Gregory, left wing Davis. Look for Boulder Raven not open. Enrique swings at Gregory. Boy, they are looking every trip down to try to get Nas the basketball. There's the lob, tip away. A good defense by Jacksonville State. That pass was not quite tall enough.
It was going to the right place. Yep. It was just too low.
Top of the key, straight away, 3, it's good. That is Maya Barnes. She had 5 3-pointers in their win over Sewanee earlier this year, and we're tied at 8.
Yeah, they have 4 players that average over 1 made 3 per game, Barnes being one of those.
Nice little mini run here, 6-0 run for the Gamecocks. Gregory, left side Davis. There's the lob into Boulder Raven. There's the shot off the glass and good. Nice pass. Nas got tripped trying to come down court. No foul. She's okay. She's got 6. 10-8 Middle Tennessee lead. Harris, great crossover, and then the kick to the corner. Sanchez Ponce for 3, that's good.
Yeah, that's a really nice play by Harris. You're right. She got a killer crossover and from the pro channel and just seamed it right to the rim, drew help, kicked it to the weak side.
Sanchez Ponce scored 12 points in their loss to Middle Tennessee earlier. She gives Jacksonville State their first lead at 11-10. They're really not giving Jalen Gregory any open looks yet. Savannah Davis, wide open 3 is good.
That's what Savannah Davis has got to do, is come in those situations and just take and make those wide open 3s.
So Middle Tennessee back in front now, 13-11. 2:40 to go in the quarter. Shot fake, now taking that jumper over Boulder Raven. Oh, good. Rebound, Tamia Scott. Tamia down court, crosses over, high dribble, got it back, picks it up, comes to Gregory. Jalen calls the play. Boulder Raven comes to the high post, as does Enrique. Takes it top of the key, hands it off to Gregory.
Running 5 up. High-low. There's
the lob to Boulder Raven, makes the catch, positions, and scores.
About as simple as it gets.
She's got 8 in the quarter. 15-11.
Well, Jacksonville State has tried playing behind. That didn't work. Now they're trying to front. That's not working either.
3 again by Barnes, way too strong. Bricked it off the backboard, loose ball. They scramble in the lane, jump ball. Possession arrow will stay with the Gamecocks.
Yeah, and again, to illustrate a point about how many threes Jacksonville State takes, they have 5 players, 55% or more of their shots are three-point shots. They let it fly.
They got one player that I think she's taken 131 shots this year. 107 of them are three-pointers. Shot clock at 14. Count is on. Lob comes in out near the center line. Gregory went for the steal. It's a loose ball. Jalen's going to be called for a foul. That's inadvertent contact that she hit her. She tripped her from behind. Foul on Jalen is her first. It's apparent in the scouting report, Kyle, that they have told the Middle Tennessee guards to get after the ball handlers out on the perimeter for Jacksonville State. Harris with a high dribble, goes cross court. Pass to the corner, shot put up, blocked by Boulder Raven. Loose ball saved by Nas. That's her 72nd block of the season. She is number 2 in the nation in that category. 1:35 to go in the quarter. Middle Tennessee with the ball and a 4-point advantage.
Going back to 5 up again.
Gregory, near side Davis. Looking inside for Boulder Raven. They're trying to front her now if they can. Savannah with the lob and threw it out of bounds. And Boulder Raven saying, just calm down, just settle down.
Well, they were trying to get the high-low again, and Jacksonville State did a good job of working and getting around, and it just sort of distorted the timing on that play.
Zone press defensively, Middle Tennessee ball in backcourt and the turnover. Harris was double-teamed by Gregory and Scott and dribbled it on the sideline. That's one of those keys when you're running that zone press, Kyle. The key is where you put the double team and where you catch that player, pin them right on the corner, pin them right on the sideline.
Well, it constantly amazes me why players want to play on the sideline to begin with. You know, when you see any type of zone trap, that's where they want the ball to go. So don't
go there. That's right. Ball was knocked out of bounds by the Gamecocks. 24 to shoot. Boulder Raven working hard for everything in this quarter. Scott cut off on the drive, keeps the dribble top of the key. Takes a quick glance back to Rick Insel. Shot clock at 15. We're in the final minute of the opening quarter. Tamia pulls up, steps through, forced it up, and got it to go off the glass.
Shot that one with her left hand, not really on balance, but still got it to go.
Her first points, 17-11 Lady Raider lead. 40 seconds left first quarter.
Oh, she walked.
And there's the traveling violation. Good call.
Yeah, speaking of my vocabulary, I won't tell you what coaches call that box. I can't say it.
Can't say it?
No. But you get the idea.
I do, yeah. Pretty good idea, yeah.
Yep. Not your first rodeo
no,
either.
No, 37 seconds left in the quarter. Gregory front court. Kicks it left wing, Scott. Scott off the screen from Enrique. Back to Jalen. 25 on the clock, 18 shot clock.
Icing the ball screen, Jacksonville State is.
Really tried to deny Jalen any open looks at all. Scott off the screen from Boulder Raven. Pulls up another tough one off the glass, too strong. Enrique scrapping for it, loose ball. They go to the floor, tie it up. Possession arrow will stay with Middle Tennessee.
Great work by Elena. Talk about rebounding or keeping it alive outside of your zone. That's exactly what she did there. Kept it alive and then was first to the floor to get the tie up. Possession arrow in favor of the Lady Raiders because of that effort.
7.6 seconds remaining on the game clock. Shot clock is off. Scott will trigger it in on the baseline under the Middle Tennessee basket. And this time, one of the Jacksonville State players is doing the mopping duties. It's a shared job tonight. Everybody's pitching in.
I guess.
Scott inbounds. Gregory. Jalen Drive, steps through, laid it up too strong. Rebound Jacksonville State, and that will end the quarter. Jalen finally broke through and put a little too much juice on it off the glass. 1 quarter in the books. Middle Tennessee 17, Jacksonville State 11. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
When it comes to money, I'm a saver.
Me too. Though I can also be a bit of a spender.
Well, Ascend has got you both covered. With our interest-earning checking, you can
earn interest so I can save money for my beach trip?
Sure. And with our rewards checking, you can
get cash back for my purchases? Tap reward?
Yep. So no matter how you handle your money, Ascend Federal Credit Union has the right checking account for you. Interest-earning checking earns 3.56% annual percentage yield up to $15,000. Some restrictions apply.
Looking for the ultimate hangout spot? Head to Cedar Glade Brews. With 12 taps and over 100 bottles and cans, we've got craft beer, seltzer, mead, kombucha, cider, non-alcoholic, and craft soda for everyone. We're family and dog-friendly, featuring food trucks, live music, and trivia nights. Plus, you can book our space for private events inside or on our spacious patio.
Blue Raider fans enjoy a Cedar Glade brew in the Murphy's Center Beer Garden.
Purveyors of foamy goodness, Cedar Glade Brews, where great times and good vibes await.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Atmos Energy is delighted to sponsor the Blue Raiders and fuel homes and business in Middle Tennessee with affordable, efficient, and reliable natural gas for today and generations to come. Natural gas is the smart choice for fueling our energy future. Joe Fisher, Kyle Turnham with you. Connor in the booth, in the studio. 17-11 Middle Tennessee with the lead in the first quarter. Lady Raiders 8 of 14 from the field for 57%. 1 of 4 from three-point range. Jacksonville State 4 of 12 from the field, 33%. 2 of 6 from three. So basically half their shots, half their makes are from three-point range, and that's pretty much par for their course.
Yeah, it is. And then basically what they're trying to do is they're trying to offset our paint advantage, which right now is 14-2 in favor of us, and no answer really for Nas. So you're basically just trying to swap 3 for 2. And I'll be honest, they're not even worried about their shooting percentage.
No.
They're going to take as many as they need to take to try to offset that advantage.
It's not as radical as Tennessee was in terms of
correct
shooting, but they don't get too deep into the shot clock very often.
No. Well, and of course, a lot of that is so dependent upon being able to break down their opponent off the bounce, and that's one of the things that we're really good at is guarding the ball, guarding the dribbler. So, where there is no dribble penetration, there is no help, there is no three.
Blakely is back in the game. She picked up 2 fouls, sat out the second half of the first quarter. She's back in to start the second quarter. Jacksonville State with the basketball, moving left to right. New player in is Valentina Sarik, a 6'2 sophomore. She's the tallest player on the court, and she jacks up a 3, and it's short, but the rebound pulled down by Jacksonville State under the basket. Now another 3 as the shot clock did not reset, and it's good by Clara Gonzalez-Planella, a 35% three-point shooter.
Yes, Sarik, 82% of her shots are threes. Let's hope they keep finding the same result.
About 2 feet short.
2 feet short.
17-14, Middle Tennessee's lead.
Good skip.
To Blakely, back to Enrique. Looking inside, not open. Now Gregory. Jalen holding the basketball, shot clock at 6. Boldareva comes out, sets a screen. Gregory drives and kicks. Blakely, wide open 3, right side, no good. Rebound, Boldareva tapped it, but it's taken away by Sanchez Ponce for Jacksonville State. Now the drive to the basket, shot put up and good on a nice solid drive, and that was Gonzalez-Planella again with the basket.
And that basically was just not good transition defense by us. We never got the ball leveled off, and when we finally sent people at the ball, she was running the lane, wide open layup.
17-16, lob to Boldareva, kicks it out quickly to Enrique. Now the skip right back into Nas, puts it up maybe partially blocked, and the rebound Jacksonville State. Sanchez Ponce cut off now. Swing pass, skips it over to the right wing, and there's the three that's nailed by Sarik.
Yep.
That's their game.
That's what she's going to do. She's going to keep shooting that three. Doesn't really matter how many she makes. That being said, she's a 33% three-point shooter, makes 1.8 of those a game.
19-17, Jacksonville State on top. Almost 2 minutes gone, second quarter. Gregory inside Boulder-Rava, makes the move to the basket, banks it up and got it. Made the clean catch, went strong to the basket. She's got 10. So basically it's Jacksonville State hoping they can make more threes to cancel out the twos inside. And there's another three that's no good. Rebound, run down to the baseline, and a foul on a grab on Jacksonville State on number 35. That's Asia Barclay, a 6-foot junior with her first. That's only the second team foul in the game for Jacksonville State. And now Rhodes, after sitting out much of the first quarter, returns for the Gamecocks. Tied at 19. Enrique squares to the basket, hands it off to Blakely. Left side, Gregory. Gregory to Enrique. Now Blakely, right wing. Cab drives to the basket, up and under with a reverse, no good. Got a little bit too far under, and I think Boulder-Rava is going to be called for a foul over the back.
Yeah, Noss giving a good effort, but not the right time or the right place. They had inside leverage on her, and sometimes as an offensive rebounder, you just have to acknowledge that and bail out to keep from picking up that foul.
1-2-2 zone press by Middle Tennessee, broken into the front court. And now the steal. Blakely just picked her pocket, came in poaching on the double team. Cab with a lead for Scott, could not hang on, lost it out of bounds.
A little too late in the process to make that pass.
Yeah, she would have been better served just to go ahead and try to score.
All right, changing their press now, going 2-1-2.
Blakely with a reach in, did not get the steal that time. Lob in now into the lane. Oh, that's got to be a travel. It was not called, and then shots put up and good. I thought she took 3 steps. Sarik with the basket. She's got 5, and the lead back to 2 for Jacksonville State, 21-19. Kind of game Jacksonville State wants. This is the pace they want. They've got to feel pretty good right now, leading by 2. Tamia with a nice move to the basket, banked it up, no good. Rebound Jacksonville State.
Yeah, tough shot. She was falling away there. Probably not the shot you're looking for. You'd like to see her, instead of going 1-2, get 2 feet down and go off 2.
Another open 3 from the wing. It's front rim, no good. Long rebound, run down by Jalen Gregory. Into the front court, Jalen drives and kicks. Scott, open 3 and a whistle and a foul. It's going to be a charge on Jalen, and that's her second.
And see, there again, that's where that 1-2 comes back to haunt you. Rather than jump stop and kick, pass it and run through. That's really actually a really nice job by Jacksonville State setting up for that charge.
So now Blakely with 2 fouls. Gregory with 2 fouls is on the bench. Jalen has only attempted 2 shots tonight. They've done a good job on her defensively. Here's that zone press again. They've got her trapped right by the corner, and there's a timeout taken by Jacksonville State's coach, who is furious at one of his players right now.
Yep, there's that box again.
Woo. Yep. 6:03 left as he takes the timeout to preserve the possession. Jacksonville State 8 of 19 from the field. Middle Tennessee 9 of 19. The difference, Jacksonville State 4 of 11 from three-point range. Middle Tennessee is 1 for 5. Blue Raider fans, get ahead of the game with the best home services team in town for your heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electrical, and home improvement needs. Lee Company is the team to call. 615-867-1000 or leecompany.com.
Jacksonville State has done a little bit better job of leveling out the turnovers, and as a result of that, they've got the 2-point lead right now. Their shooting percentage has gone up to 42%. They're 8 of 19. Middle 9 of 19. And from the three-point line, oddly enough, Jacksonville State outscoring Middle 12-3 from that location. And that's of course, we've been very inside-oriented, very single-minded with our offense, getting the ball to Noss. But ultimately, that's the difference in the game right now.
Well, you look at you mentioned Noss with 10 points right now, but other than that, Blakely 2 points. Savannah Davis made the 1 3-point shot she took. Tamia Scott's 1 of 4 from the field. Jalen Gregory's 1 for 2 from the field on the bench with 2 fouls. So defensively, this Gamecocks team has done a good job basically on everybody else except Nos.
Well, and what they're basically telling you there, it is a pick your poison defensive plan. They're willing to let Nos get whatever points that she can get and then shut everybody else down. And, we'll find out how well that strategy works. I mean, and that's the reason why I say it's pick your poison, because that's one of those situations where if Nos keeps putting us on her back, they may change and come double and then make the shooters have to step up.
Right. Boulder Raven was named Conference USA Player of the Week this week. Her 2 games over the past week, 39 points, 17 rebounds, 6 blocked shots. So we'll see what they have devised here after the timeout. Jacksonville State leading 21-19. Remember, Middle Tennessee won this game in Jacksonville, Alabama in January, won it by 34 points, and Rick Insel told us in the pregame visit they are not that bad of a basketball team. They just had a very bad day, and we had a good one. He knew this one probably did not have that kind of look. Jacksonville State inbounds, side front court. They get it in, hand it right back. Now the jumper taken from 10 feet, no good. Rebound to Mia Scott. Brianna Rhodes took the jumper, came up short. Blakely, left side, Savannah Davis spots for the 3, nails in her second one.
That's where you run into problems if you're Jacksonville State. If you're going to sell out on the three-point shooters, you better get there. Savannah Davis has made them pay not once but twice.
22-21, Lady Raiders back in front, 5:35 to go in the half. Bounce pass to Sarik. Entry level broken away by Boulder Rava, who reached in and got a hand on it, and then Davis picks up the loose ball to Blakely. Leaves it for the trailer. Savannah now back to Blakely. I thought Davis was going to step into that one.
I thought she was getting ready to load up myself.
Boulder Rava up top. One dribble handoff to Blakely.
5 up again.
Left side Scott. Trying to front Boulder Rava. They kick to Blakely. Shot clock at 6. Tamia took a quick gander at it. Shot clock at 3. Got to go. Runs to the basket. Banked it up and got it and won.
That's a really nice drive by Tamia. She turned down the ball screen that Nos was getting ready to set and drove that seam. Had great strength and body control to be able to absorb that contact and finish the shot.
The basket for Tamia. She's got 4 points. And the foul was on Gonzalez Planella. Free throw is no good. Loose ball taken away by Jacksonville State. 24-21, Lady Raider lead. 4:50 to go first half. Another drive and a kick to the wing. Shot fake now to the corner. Penetration and kick to the far corner. Really trying to move and spread. High arching 3 is good. My goodness. That almost got the new lights in the building.
Well, it was bringing a little bit of extra rain, but there's no question that thing got up there.
Gonzalez Planella has off the bench with 8 points. We're tied at 24. And that is Jacksonville State's game plan. They are going to live and die by the three-pointer. Blakely drives, puts it up through contact, couldn't go. Rebound Jacksonville State. Got there, just didn't finish. Racing down court is Steele. There's another kick to the corner. That 3 is no good. Rebound tip saved by Emily Monson into the game now for the Lady Raiders, the 6'1 sophomore out of Blackman High School. Blakely, tough shot, but she was fouled going to the basket. Foul, I believe, was on Samaya Steele. That's her first.
That's correct.
So that'll send Blakely to the line. 73% free throw shooter on the season. First one no good. So the Lady Raiders have yet to hit a free throw in this game. 0 for 2, haven't been there that much. 4:02 left in the half. And she made the second one. Blakely with 3. Now here's that 1-2-2 zone press now by the Lady Raiders. They're waiting for the ball to get to the center line. And there's the trap on the sideline. Gets it out to another player, now to the top, and now to the right corner. Back to the top for the 3 by Gonzalez Planella. Another one. She's red hot. She's got 11.
Shaquise May with a nice +1 there. She had a wide open 3 herself, thought the better of it, and passed it back to Gonzalez Planella, and she is shooting the lights out right now.
She's a 35% three-point shooter. She's got 11 off the bench. Scott, 17-foot jumper offline, no good. Rebound is tapped out deep by Boldareva and saved by Scott. Shot clock at 16. Blakely holding the basketball near the center circle. Shot clock at 10. Blakely off the screen from Monson. Hesitates, dribbles and kicks to the corner. Boldareva for three. Air ball. Rebound Jacksonville State. They're probably content to give her that shot all evening if she wants it, although she can make them from out there. But
yeah, they'll live with it.
Penetration, and now the kick to Rhodes. Rhodes runs to the basket, blocked by Boldareva. Rebound Monson. Hands off to Scott. Scott, 2 on 3. Tamia steps through, puts it up, got it and one. Big bounce off the iron, it nestled down through.
Don't know how she found the seam there, but she found one, got it to go down.
Foul is on Steele. That's her second. Team's fourth of the quarter. So Scott at the line to try to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. Tied at 27, 2:43 left in the half. And she makes the free throw. 7 for Scott. 28-27, Lady Raiders back up by 1. Good back-and-forth action here. Well, Blakely just trying to deny Elsie Harris the basketball. Harris finally gets it on the wing. Up top with a shot fake is Barnes. Barnes kicks to the wing. Driving baseline to Harris. Now Barnes, open three, right wing good. There's almost no sense in guarding anything inside the arc because Jacksonville State, everything they're doing is taking it outside.
Yeah, when they drive and you have to come help, it creates rotations, and they do a fantastic job of finding the open shooter out of those rotations.
7 of 15 from three-point range are the Gamecocks. They lead by 2, 30-28. Monson's camped out in the left-hand corner. Shot clock at 7. Davis back out to Scott. Shot clock at 4. To me, asking for a screen. You got to go. 2, 1. Boldareva beats the shot clock. Fires no good. Rebound Gamecocks.
Yeah, Savannah Davis almost got a 5-second call just holding the ball.
They leave it for the trailer. This is Barclay. Puts up the jumper. No good. Rebound Tamia Scott.
Ooh, that's not the shot Jacksonville State wants. I can tell you right now, especially with that lead.
90 seconds left in the half. Middle Tennessee trailing by 2, 30-28. Scott, bodies fall, and they're going to get Boldareva for the foul. They will.
Yep, they did.
And that's her second. So now you've got Blakely, Boldareva, and Gregory each with 2 fouls. Gregory's been on the bench for the majority of this quarter, and now Jada Grantham is going to check in.
Yeah, I think that's a really tough call on Noss. Noss was going from point A to point B across, and I think the Jacksonville State player didn't necessarily get shoved. She fell down before Noss got there, but you knew what call was coming.
Yep. So now with the basketball, Gonzalez Planella, who's had an outstanding first half, and jacks up a 17-footer. That's offline. Rebound Blakely. Behind the back dribble, races to the front court. Cab leaves it for the trailer, Monson. Emily's three is no good. Rebound, Grantham hustling on the baseline, pulls it for the Lady Raiders. Blakely up and under, just threw it away. Just threw it up for grabs and threw it right into the hands of Jacksonville State. Trailer now back outside for another three. This one is no good. They clear the rebound, Monson. Bodies flying everywhere out here. 40 seconds left in the half. This is almost going to be a war of attrition by the time this is done.
Both teams look fatigued.
Yes, they do. Grantham hands off Blakely. 27 seconds left in the half. Davis up top, Monson. Shot clock at 8. Blakely hands off Scott. Shot clock at 5. There's an offensive foul, illegal screen on Grantham.
And the worst part about that is that gives Jacksonville State the chance to get the last shot with a 30-28 lead and 19.7 seconds to go.
And with that, they're going to put Sanchez Ponce back in the game, another shooter, replacing Shaquise May.
Yeah, both teams in a scoring drought right now. Jacksonville State's 2:04 and counting. Middle Tennessee's 2:24.
15 seconds left in the half. Blakely denying the ball to Harris once again. They can't get it to her. 8 on the game clock. 7, 6, penetration. Monson goes in for the steal. Loose ball. They scrap, tied up. Possession arrow will go to Middle Tennessee. 2.9 seconds remaining.
Great rotation by Emily Monson there on the drive and loop action that Jacksonville State was trying. She rotated over, got a hand in, was first to the floor, got the jump ball.
So now they're going to put Jalen Gregory back in the game with 2.9 seconds remaining to get one more shooter in. Grantham goes to the bench. They inbound, and Blakely can wait till midcourt to pick it up. Cab does with 1 second. Her three is good if it goes, and it's no good.
Yeah, I think that was not smart by Jacksonville State to allow that pass to come all the way to midcourt, basically.
Halftime at the Murphy Center, and the Lady Raiders haven't trailed a lot at the half this season. They're down by 2 here. Jacksonville State 30, Middle Tennessee 28. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance takes great pride in supporting and treating Middle Tennessee State University athletes, providing expert treatment of injuries to bones, joints, or muscles. TOA's team of orthopedic specialists can get you back in the game. Same-day appointments and walk-ins are welcome. Injured? Visit one of our many ortho urgent cares, or to make an appointment, call 1-855-NEED-TOA or visit www.toa.com. TOA, the official team doctor for Blue Raider Athletics.
How do you create a tradition of leadership? You power it with impressive towing and hauling, sharpen it with smart features like a mobile generator, and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence, only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available features. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Halftime in Murfreesboro, and the Lady Raiders trail Jacksonville State by a score of 30-28. Impressive in the first meeting between these two teams in Jacksonville, Alabama. Middle Tennessee held the Gamecocks to 35 total points. Jacksonville State, living by the three-pointer in this one, already has 30 here tonight. And we'll go through the stats here in just a moment, but Middle Tennessee led 17-11 in the first quarter. Then a combination, Kyle, of three-pointers really heating up in the second quarter, and then foul issues with Blakely, Gregory, now Boulder-Ava, all with 2, and as a result, the Gamecocks with a 2-point lead.
Well, I think it sort of starts and stops for Jacksonville State in that we haven't been able to turn them over very much since the first media timeout. They had, at that point, no assist and 5 turnovers, and they finished with 5 assists and 10 turnovers, so they've gone 5-5 since then. And just basically goes to show that when they've held on to the ball, they've made shots.
They've gotten good looks from three-point range. They've passed it around, and when you say they're 7 of 16 from the field in that second quarter and 5 of 10 from three-point range in the second quarter, and really a boost off the bench from Gonzalez Planella, who came in, hit some rainbow threes, but knocked them down, scored in double figures in that second quarter.
Yeah, you certainly don't expect Middle Tennessee to be down 21-6 in the three-point shooting battle, but that's exactly what's going on as it stands right now.
And with halftime entertainment going on right now, Middle Tennessee this season, when trailing at the half, 2-4 on the year. So we'll see what they're able to draw up and try to slow down this three-point barrage that Jacksonville State has brought so far tonight. Dr. Davis Spivey in Murfreesboro Oral Surgery and Implant Center are proud supporters of Blue Raider Athletics. For over 25 years, Dr. Spivey has provided the best oral surgical care possible to our community. We'll take a break, come back, and go through those first half stats. 30-28, Lady Raiders trail by 2. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
MT Dining is eating made easy. With more than 19 dining locations, you will never run out of variety on campus. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, Subway, or Starbucks, we've got the brands you love right here. Need a quick snack or Scantron? Stop by one of the 5 pods on campus and try out MT Dining's new Farm to Fork experience. Farmers Market, now open, located in the Student Union. Visit mtdining.com for more information or visit our office in the Keithley University Center, room 202.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
Looking for something to take your mind off this traffic? How about a true story of instant success? Did you hear about the 2 friends who went grocery shopping in Ashland City and picked up everything on their list plus $75,000? Or the one where a truck driver made a last-minute stop off Interstate 40 and drove off with a cool $1 million? All their lives changed in an instant, and yours could too. So stop by your local retailer for your chance with instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing, life-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Blue Raider fans, Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Lightning's Locker Room is just across the street from Floyd Stadium at 1321 Greenland Drive. It has all the MT polos, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and all the other game day gear you'll ever need. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or in Murphy Center on game days. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers.
With the game on the line and the shot clock winding down, the Blue Raiders pass the ball to the most proven player on the floor to make the game winner. As the Nashville area's proven John Deere equipment dealer and proud sponsor of Middle Tennessee basketball, Tri-Green Equipment is wide open and ready to make the game-winning play for your property season after season. Stop by in-store today or visit us online at trigreen.com. Go Blue Raiders.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic and Surgery Center, the official medical group of MTSU Athletics, proudly keeping Murfreesboro healthy since 1949. Let's take a look at the stats from the first half. MTSU 12 of 28 from the field, 42.9%. Just 2 of 10 from three-point range and just 2 for 4 from the free throw line. Jacksonville State, 11 of 28 from the field, 39%, but 7 of 16 from 3 at 43.5%, 1 for 2 from the line. Rebounding, Gamecocks an 18-16 edge on the boards. Middle Tennessee, 7 assists, 9 turnovers, 8 steals, and 2 blocked shots by Boulder Ava. Jacksonville State, 5 assists, 10 turnovers, 4 steals, and no blocked shots. Points in the paint dominated by the Lady Raiders, 20-6. Points off turnovers, 10-6 in favor of Middle Tennessee. Bench points, 18-6 in favor of the Gamecocks. Also, second chance points, 7-0 in favor of Jacksonville State off their 5 offensive rebounds in that first half. Individually, Boulder Ava with 10 points. Kyle, she's 5 of 9 from the field. The rest of the Middle Tennessee team is 7 for 19.
Yeah, and it's, you've got to give a little credit to Jacksonville State
doubt
in the way that they've defended. They haven't made it easy for Noss to get those 9 shots that she's got 5 field goals on, but they've done a pretty solid job of defending everyone else.
Yep.
And, as I said in the breadth of the first half, that was their plan. They were going to make Noss labor as much as they could without double teaming and basically tie up everybody else. And right now, their strategy has been on point.
Certainly has. Jalen Gregory 1 for 2 from the field. Blakely 1 for 6. Actually, the leader, Savannah Davis, 2 for 2 from three-point range in her time off the bench. Jacksonville State led off the bench by Clara Gonzalez-Planella with 11 points. She was 3 for 5 from three-point range in that second quarter when she really heated up. And now we'll see what they can counter with. The good news is for Middle Tennessee, Blakely, Bouldereva, Gregory all got out of the first half without picking up a third foul. So it should be back to business as usual for them. But see what Rick Insel and this staff have been able to draw up to try to get Jalen some looks, try to get Tamia some open looks.
Well, and I'm not trying to be too simplistic about this, but a lot of times games like this are just decided by making shots. It's not that they're not getting shots, it's just that they're not making shots. And Jalen has gotten to the rim a couple of times but hasn't finished at the rim. Tamia has made 2 really tough shots at the rim for her 3 total, and Savannah Davis has been the lone bright spot from the three-point line.
So we'll take a break, come back, and get this third quarter started. Middle Tennessee trailing by 2, 30-28 Jacksonville State. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
When it comes to money, I'm a saver.
Me too. Though I can also be a bit of a spender.
Well, Ascend has got you both covered. With our interest-earning checking, you can
earn interest so I can save money for my beach trip?
Sure. And with our rewards checking, you can
get cash back for my purchases? Tap reward?
Yep. So no matter how you handle your money, Ascend Federal Credit Union has the right checking account for you. Interest-earning checking earns 3.56% annual percentage yield up to $15,000. Some restrictions apply.
City Auto Mitsubishi is your hometown dealer for new Mitsubishi models like Outlander, Eclipse Cross, and Mirage. See all the new Mitsubishi models and save today. Remember, City Auto is still your volume used car dealer with a huge selection of quality pre-owned inventory. Win with City Auto's great selection of new and used cars, trucks, and SUVs from more than 35 brands. City Auto, Bridge Avenue off Old Fort Parkway. Go Blue Raiders!
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Well, just about set for the second half, presented by Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants specializing in business and personal accounting and tax services. Grannis & Associates, 615-895-1040, and online at www.gcpas.com. I don't think it's in the minds of any of the Middle Tennessee players, but I'm sure it's in the back of the minds of some of the fans. Middle Tennessee's riding a 32-game home court winning streak in Conference USA. Remember, they had the total winning streak snapped earlier in the loss to Western Kentucky. But this has been a tough place for opponents to come in and win. 50-2 over the last 3 seasons in this building. But tip your hat to the Gamecocks of Jacksonville State. They came in with a plan. And I'm sure Coach Pietri says, that's about as good as I could have hoped for in that first half.
Yeah, he'll take that and call it a night. And that's really sort of what he's trying to do right now is keep things going in that direction. And, when you're talking about Rick, Rick has coached against Coach Insel, not only in Conference USA, but also in Sun Belt. Actually,
right, yeah.
And didn't have any success there. So in that regard, it's a game that means a lot to him on a personal / professional level. But one of those games that you knew it wasn't going to be like that down there. There's probably a little bit of a wake-up call down in our locker room. And at the end of the day, we didn't shoot the ball well. We're still only down 2, so long way from the panic button.
Team coming off a game last week at New Mexico State, down 9 with about 5 minutes left to go. Turned up the defense, found a way to pull that game into overtime, and then won it in overtime. First game like that we had in quite some time.
And I don't care what anybody says. I think those games are necessary for growth.
I agree.
I hate going into tournaments where you've been so dominant, you don't know what a close game feels like.
Well, we know what it feels like tonight because we've got one.
Yeah.
Jacksonville State with the basketball. They will move right to left here as we begin the third quarter. Driving the lane, cut off by Bouldereva, kicking to the wing. They're going to go right back to that three-point line. This one's going to be thrown into the backcourt. And there's the turnover.
And again, that's how Jacksonville State started the game, and that's how Middle got out to its early lead. Then Jacksonville State leveled it off and then took the lead back.
It was interesting. Savannah Davis actually started the third quarter for Middle Tennessee, but after that first dead ball, she comes out. Blakely checks back in. Cab looking inside for Bouldereva, working for position. Gets to the top of the key. Does Nas now left side to Tamia Scott. Tamia drives baseline. A blocking foul is called. Foul is on Shaquise May. That's her second, team's first of the quarter. See if they can try to draw something to get Jalen Gregory going here. They've done a really nice job. Oh, nice inbounds play in the lay-in by Scott.
Pretty simple cut. Jacksonville State just falls asleep on the inbounds and almost can't get the ball inbounds.
Tied at 30 on the first basket of the third quarter. Maya Barnes leaves it to the top. Jumper taken is no good. Rebound, Tamia Scott had it for a moment, finally runs it down.
Yeah, Rhodes is now 0 for 5. She has just not been able to make that shot, but not shy about taking it, so we'll live with that.
Yeah, she'll take it, that's for sure. Scott on the left wing. Leaves it for Enrique. Hands it back to Tamia. Kicks to the wing to Blakely. Lob inside Bouldereva with a catch. Turns, goes up, fouled. Being guarded there in a tough matchup for Rhodes, and that's her first. And that'll send Bouldereva to the line.
Yeah, that will be a foul that Rhodes will look back and go, I've got her off her sweet spot. I've just got to wall that and live with the result.
Yep.
But again, I like the decisiveness of Nas.
A little break here. Bouldereva came over just for a second. Rick Insel wanted to check, I think, just make sure she was okay. And now she's back to the line. Bouldereva, a 71% free throw shooter, and she makes the first. Has been on a very nice run lately, and being around her and getting to know her, she's really hard on herself. If she does not play well, she feels like she's letting her team down.
It literally hurts her as much as any player I've ever been around, either men or women, and it's just such a nice thing to see a player be that conscientious.
She made both free throws, 32-30. Three from the left corner is no good. Rebound is tapped out deep, saved by the Gamecocks to Sanchez Ponce. Drives baseline, cut off by Gregory. Keeps the dribble going to the free throw line. Now leaves it to Barnes. Barnes guarded by Enrique. Sends it to the far side to Sanchez Ponce. Shot clock, and there's a traveling violation. You could hear the roar. Everybody in the Murphy Center saw it. Fortunately, including those with the whistle.
Yes.
You mentioned that first quarter. Jacksonville State opened up with 5 early turnovers but settled down. Well, they've opened up the third quarter with a couple of turnovers. Enrique hands it to a Scott. Scott's defender fell down. Tamia took the 15-footer and hit it.
Well, and a big part of that was Tamia got both feet down, had great balance, and then had the ability to just raise up instead of – she goes off 1-2 right there. It's a charge. Timeout.
Timeout taken as Rick Pietri's not happy with what he's seen in the early going. So he takes the timeout. And we'll take it as well as this first one taken is a full timeout. 7:54 left in the third quarter. Lady Raiders a 6-0 run to open the third quarter. Lead 34-30. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
MT Dining is eating made easy. With more than 19 dining locations, you will never run out of variety on campus. Whether it's Chick-fil-A, Subway, or Starbucks, we've got the brands you love right here. Need a quick snack or Scantron? Stop by one of the 5 pods on campus and try out MT Dining's new Farm to Fork experience. Farmers Market, now open, located in the Student Union. Visit mtdining.com for more information or visit our office in the Keithley University Center, room 202.
Blue Raider fans, Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Lightning's Locker Room is just across the street from Floyd Stadium at 1321 Greenland Drive. It has all the MT polos, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and all the other game day gear you'll ever need. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or in Murphy Center on game days. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic is proud to be the official medical group of MTSU Athletics. We all win big when we work as a team for better health. Just like MTSU's athletes and coaches, our healthcare professionals work tirelessly to make our community proud. At MMC, we really are true blue. MTSU is our hometown team, and your health is our mission. Visit mmclinic.com or call us at 615-893-4480.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or at our Greenland Drive location. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers. Middle Tennessee opens up this third quarter on a 6-0 run to grab a 4-point lead, 34-30. Over Jacksonville State. Points off turnovers now 14-6 in favor of the Lady Raiders. Points in the paint 22-6 in favor of Middle Tennessee as well.
Yeah, from the floor, Middle 2 out of 2 to start this third quarter. Meanwhile, holding Jacksonville to 0 for 2 to start the quarter and 0 for 1 from the three-point line.
In the first meeting between these two teams in Jacksonville, Alabama, Jacksonville State went 2 for 16 from three-point range. They're nowhere near that tonight. They were 7 for 16 in the first half. After the timeout, Jacksonville State with the basketball. Barclay looking to get it to a guard. Blakely denying Harris the basketball. Count is on. Finally just turns around and fires a jumper way offline, but the offensive rebound in traffic, shot no good. Rebound Scott. That was contested by Bouldereva. Scott leaves it for Blakely. 7:30 left third quarter. Middle Tennessee leading by 4 with the basketball. Enrique with a handoff to Scott. Now right side Gregory's had a very quiet offensive evening so far. Jalen dribbles right to left. Leaves it for Scott. Shot clock at 6. To me, a great crossover. Line drive jumper good from 15.
That's just a really nice move from Tamia Scott there. You're right. They're trying to ice the ball screen, so she took the defender to the ball screen, crossed over, got 2 feet on the ground, raised up, knocked it.
8-0 run for Middle Tennessee to start this third quarter. 36-30 Lady Raider lead. Jacksonville State with the basketball, the handoff to Gonzalez Planella, who had a very good second quarter. Really good three-point shooter. Jumper from 16 is an air ball that goes out of bounds. She's contending that it was tipped. No. I would too, because that missed badly.
I would try to sell that,
yes.
But no.
So Blakely will bring it front court.
Yeah, she almost missed the floor with that shot.
Scott drives left to right. Shot rejected. Tamia got back the loose ball. On the baseline, turns, can't shoot. Throws it into the corner to Gregory. Shot clock at 12. Jalen to the wing, Blakely. Oh, Jalen wanted the basketball back. Instead, Blakely took the jumper, no good. Rebound out of bounds. It will stay with Middle Tennessee.
Well, and that shows you Cab's reluctance to take that wide open three, because that's exactly what she had.
Gregory inbounds, gets it to Enrique. Alina outside to Blakely. Looking inside for Boulder-Rava, trying to work for position. Now Nas comes up top. Shot clock at 10. Enrique lobs inside, intended for Boulder-Rava. Loose ball stolen away by Jacksonville State. Pass just was not quite high enough. Down court is Steele. Steele drives on Blakely, gets up under the basket. They get it out on the perimeter. Sanchez Ponce for three. It's good.
Yeah, that baseline hammer throw has been something that's been pretty good at Jacksonville State and a staple of most three-point shooting teams.
First points of the half for Jacksonville State. 36-33, Lady Raider lead. Scott drives and kicks. Blakely drives baseline, gets it inside Boulder-Rava, falling away, missed the shot off the board. Blakely took it back. Cab double team, sends it out to Gregory. Near side Scott, shot clock at 15. Good hustle by Blakely to get in there. Cab drives to the basket, draws contact, wouldn't go, but she'll go to the line. And I believe that's going to be on Steele. That's her third. So now Elsie Harris returns for Jacksonville State. It will be Steele sitting down with those three fouls. First free throw by Blakely is good. Where's one of those blue sleeves on the right leg? Makes both free throws. And the lead back to 5, and now Savannah Davis is going to come in for Enrique. So getting another offensive threat out there on the perimeter.
Getting to a true four-guard lineup.
Approaching the midway point of the third quarter. Ball almost thrown into the backcourt, saved by the Gamecocks. Barnes cut off by Scott. Now the jumper from 16 feet is no good. Rebound, Boulder-Rava outbattled her own teammate Gregory for it. To Scott, Tamia, bounce pass, tough one to Blakely, and she threw it away. That was not a good pass. Blakely caught it on the baseline, just had to try to save it back in bounds. Sanchez Ponce with the basketball, up to the top. Barnes, high arching three is an air ball, and it landed out of bounds. That's two that were not even close.
Well, to her credit, Barnes did not ask for the
tip. No.
Call.
Well, there was nobody within 10 feet.
It wasn't on the other one either.
4:36 left in the third quarter. Middle Tennessee leads 38-33. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown. RoscoeBrown.com.
It's never lost on Window World that your home is your largest physical investment. Window World's integrity can be noticed from your very first moment of contact. The clean, professional installation of premium windows, siding, doors, and more are designed to last while leaving your home looking amazing. Window World and their lifetime warranty will always be there when it really matters. They're America's most trusted remodeler and a proud partner of Middle Tennessee State University Athletics, because the difference is integrity and always in the detail.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
Middle Tennessee 38, Jacksonville State 33, 4:36 left in the third quarter of play. Middle Tennessee came into the game number 2 nationally in field goal percentage defense at 33.1%. Well, in the game right now, Jacksonville State is shooting 33.3%. They are 1 of 8 in the third quarter from the field after going 5 for 10 from three-point range in the second quarter, so they have cooled off a bit. Middle Tennessee's shooting percentage now at 45%, but still only 2 for 10 from three-point range.
Well, and for the most part, Jacksonville State has stayed with their game plan of staying tagged on the perimeter shooters and not going to double Nos inside. And Middle has forged a 5-point lead, even though they haven't had a field goal in the last 2 minutes and 35 seconds. So I would expect to see them go right inside Nos on this play to get a basket.
Tamia Scott, a good third quarter. She's got 3 baskets in the third quarter. She's got the basketball right now. Kicks it to Gregory. Gregory being face guarded there by Gonzalez Planella. Drives, draws a double team, leaves it for Boldereva, then hands it back to Gregory. Now Scott left wing. Shot clock at 8. Tamia, there's the dribble drive to the basket off the glass. Wouldn't go, but she was fouled and will go to the line. Just got a sliver of daylight right there on the right side of the lane. Put it up off the glass, and she'll go to the line.
And oddly enough, that's one of those types of shots that she made in the first half.
Foul on Gonzalez Planella is her second. Team's 4th of the quarter. Tamia makes the first free throw. She's got 14.
Well, Tamia is one of those players that when she gets single-minded is really, really difficult, if not impossible, to keep from getting to the rim.
Missed the second free throw. Jacksonville State with a rebound. 39-33, Lady Raider lead. They're approaching 4 minutes left in the third quarter. Elsie Harris with the basketball, guarded by Blakely. Kicks it right wing to Barclay. Barclay dribbles to the top, left side of the lane, drives on Boldereva, cut off. Now reverses to the right, still cut off. Reverses back to the left, can't do anything. Finally threw it back outside to Sanchez Ponce, who drives and kicks. Barnes back to Sanchez Ponce, puts up the jumper, got the front iron, no good. And the rebound to Tamia Scott.
Great defensive possession by Middle Tennessee. They just didn't allow any type of paint touch at all.
Tamia's 6th rebound of the game. 3:30 left in the quarter. Scott hesitates with the dribble, looking for Boldereva. Now they're starting to double team her down inside. Nas kicks it back to the wing to Blakely. Blakely launches a 3, in and out, no good. Rebound, Boldereva had it, saved it inside to Tamia Scott. Tamia drives, takes a 12-footer, off the glass, good.
I'm going to tell you something. Tamia Scott made an incredible play. She caught the ball, was driving, and then out of nowhere had an incredible crossover to create some space and knock that shot down.
She's got 16, largest lead for Middle Tennessee. Ball knocked out of bounds, I believe, by Savannah Davis. It'll stay with the Gamecocks.
Yeah, somebody tell Tamia her shoe's untied.
Yeah, it is, and her right shoe is untied. Jacksonville State looking to get it in. They do. In the lane, a little one-hander, no good. Ball tapped, no good. Rebound, Jalen Gregory from Middle Tennessee.
Yeah, Rhodes 0 for 6 from the floor. She can't buy one.
There's Jalen stepping into the 3. Back iron. It was dead on line, but too strong. Rebound to Harris for Jacksonville State.
Jacksonville State has not scored in 3 minutes and 15 seconds and counting.
Penetration and the kick to the corner. Sanchez Ponce lost it out of bounds. Well, this ball-hawking Lady Raider defense has elevated their game a little bit in quarter number 3.
Well, it starts with your one-on-one matchups. Jacksonville State is not getting any seams. They're not creating any help, and Middle can stay tied up on the perimeter shooters, and that's shutting down the Jacksonville State offense.
Tamia tied her shoe and drove, and is going to be called for a hold, I believe, and that's going to be on Rhodes, and that's her second. That should be free throws coming here now on team foul number 5.
Yeah, Jacksonville State really has no answer for that. It's just a basic ball screen, and Coach Pietri knows that as well. He's got to try to come up with some kind of plan to stop that, because if he doesn't, that's going to be rinse and repeat the remainder of the game.
Yep, and he's taking a 30-second timeout. It's interesting in the first as Jacksonville State. Interesting in the first quarter, there was a period, or first quarter, maybe most of the first half, there was a period, Kyle, where it was just forcing the ball into Boulder Raven. That was the look. That was the look. Now the adjustment has been made. Jacksonville State starting to double down a little bit on Boulder Raven, and now Tamia Scott has begun to take over.
Well, as I said at halftime, if you had an anticipation that a double team was going to come from anywhere, it's going to come off of Courtney Blakely's matchup, and that's exactly what Jacksonville State has done. And that sort of slowed down Noss a little bit, but it has created some opportunity for Tamia Scott, and she's taken advantage of it.
Yeah, they've been dropping Elsie Harris back underneath Boulder Raven in that double team. Now Tamia going back to the line for 2 shots. 9 points in the third quarter, 16 for the game. I think we're ready to go, and we are. Scott at the line. First one, good. I think you said it best, Kyle. When she gets a single-mindedness of purpose, she can be a handful to deal with, and that's been the case in this third quarter. She makes both free throws. The lead at 10, first double-digit lead of the night, 43-33, 2:10 left in the quarter. Jacksonville State has been held to 3 third-quarter points. Bounce pass to Rhodes. They sag back off of her at the top of the key. She does not want to take that shot. Now she drives to the basket, goes up, blocked by Boulder Raven. And the loose ball is going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll go to Middle Tennessee. Oh, Nas just let her drive all the way in, Kyle, and just waited. Great position and rejected it. She's got at least 3 blocks in this game, maybe 4. Came in with 71 on the season. 1:45 left in the third quarter. Gregory, very quiet offensive night. That doesn't bother her defense at all. Jalen drives and kicks. Tamia for 3. Yes!
You better not leave that one open, and they did.
21 for Scott. 46-33. Middle Tennessee bolts out to a 13-point advantage on a 10-0 run. Sanchez Ponce crosses over, drives into the lane, runs up, throws one up over Boulder Raven, would not go. Loose ball, Scott doing everything. She pulls the rebound. Tamia leaves it. Oh, Boulder Raven running the floor and laid it in with the left hand.
Great touch pass over the top by Tamia Scott, and right now Jacksonville State with no answers and leaking a lot of gas.
Almost 5 minutes without a point for Jacksonville State. Middle Tennessee on a 12-0 run. There's the 3 that finally ends the scoring drought from Gonzalez Planella.
At that point, Jacksonville State was 0 for 6 until that shot goes down. Middle has been fantastic on the defensive end in this quarter.
48-36, Lady Raider lead. 35 seconds left in the quarter. Scott, they look for the slip screen down low, was not open that time. Tamia off the screen from Boulder Raven. Can't shoot. Gets it to Gregory. Jalen drives in the lane, scoops with the right hand, no good. Rebound Jacksonville State. Kind of forced that one, didn't have a great look.
Well, she's got to get her shoulder in on the defender and wall her off and then power the ball to the rim.
Game clock at 10, shot clock is off. Harris, there's the 3 this time that's no good. It died on the flange of the rim.
Plenty of time.
Boulder Raven gets it to Blakely with 2, with 1. Cab, it counts if it goes. It does not go, but was it a charge? I think they called a charging foul on Blakely. They did. Now, the question I believe that Middle Tennessee will want to ask is, can you review to see if that foul occurred after the clock had expired? Right now, I think that's what they're going to do. They'll go over and take a look to see if the clock had expired before the foul was called. An outstanding third quarter by Middle Tennessee. We'll update you on that when we come back. 48-36. Lady Raiders in front. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
When it comes to money, I'm a saver.
Me too. Though I can also be a bit of a spender.
Well, Ascend has got you both covered. With our interest-earning checking, you can
earn interest so I can save money for my beach trip?
Sure. And with our rewards checking, you can
get cash back for my purchases? Tap reward?
Yep. So no matter how you handle your money, Ascend Federal Credit Union has the right checking account for you. Interest-earning checking earns 3.56% annual percentage yield up to $15,000. Some restrictions apply.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
The Blue Raiders are on News Radio WGNS.
Well, after they reviewed the video, they decided that, in fact, the foul on Blakely did occur before the clock had expired. They put 0.2 of a second back on the clock, gave Jacksonville State the basketball. All they could do was inbound it, trigger the final 0.2 of a second, and now we're in the break between quarters 3 and 4. 20-6, Middle Tennessee wins that third quarter. Tremendous defense, Kyle. Really, and Tamia Scott just elevated her game and took over.
Yeah, she did, and I thought it all started on the defensive end. I mean, there was no space available for Jacksonville State. We guarded the ball at a high level, and again, when they couldn't find seams, there is no penetrating pitch. Obviously, Jacksonville State has no interior game to speak of.
Right.
So when you knock out those three-point shots, there's no place to go get points. And then Middle was taking defense and turning it into offense. A couple of transition baskets, but like you said, I thought Tamia Scott was outstanding in that third quarter.
She was terrific. She has 21 points. She scored 14 in the third quarter. Murfreesboro Medical Clinic and Surgery Center, the official medical group of MTSU Athletics, proudly keeping Murfreesboro healthy since 1949. I love this, and I know you do as a coach. I love seeing teams, not just this Middle Tennessee team, but see teams that make an adjustment, that go into the locker room, things aren't going well, and you come out and do something different and make a change and turn your fortunes around.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, and it's one of those types of things that all coaches are constantly trying to do. You hope that change comes to fruition, and in that case, obviously has for the Lady Raiders, because you put the ball in Tamia Scott's hands and just say, go make plays. And that's one of the things that Tamia can do. And sometimes that's really what he goes back to, is not running sets, but just sticking with your offense and going, okay, go take over the game. And that's exactly what she's done.
Yep, points in the paint, 26-6 in favor of Middle Tennessee. Points off turnovers, 69 in favor of the Lady Raiders. And again, a 20-6 run in that third quarter to build this lead to 12. And now Middle Tennessee inbounds. They move left to right as we begin the fourth quarter, trying to improve to 9-1 in Conference USA. Scott kicks it out to Blakely. Blakely drives to the basket. That's a charging foul, I believe, on Cab. That's going to be her fourth. That was a close one because the defender coming in, I'm not sure, got totally there. In fact, didn't get there. Elsie Harris, I just looked at the replay. She wasn't squared up, but they got the call on that one. So now Blakely on the bench with 4 fouls. Savannah Davis, who made a couple of three-pointers in the first half, is in the game. Harris with the bounce pass to Rhodes. They sag back off of her. She's on the perimeter, does not want to shoot from out there. Drives to the left side of the lane, cut off by Boulder Raven. Now reverses to the right, kicks it out to the wing. Harris for a three that's good. Elsie Harris. Well, you don't want to get their head up now. You got them down 9, but the three-pointers fell with abandon in that first half.
Well, and it's so strange the way Jacksonville State does it. They give it to their post players, and they go dribble around in the paint. And that's a difficult way to have to defend.
Scott's short jumper won't go. Transition, long-range three that's no good. Rebound Tamia Scott. That might have been a step out of Sarik's range.
Well, but again, 82% of her shots are three-point shots, so there is she's out of her range. You got to get out there.
She's in the building.
Yeah.
Gregory off the screen. really had a difficult time offensively. They haven't given her any looks at all. Lob to Boulder-Rava. She's about 10 feet away. Worked a little bit closer, but forced it up no good. Rebound Harris racing down for Jacksonville State. Harris leaves it for the trailer, Sarik. Now outside, Rhodes will take the 17-footer short. Long rebound. They hustle for the loose ball. Harris gets it for the Gamecocks. Harris double-teamed on the baseline to Sarik. Runs and kicks to the far corner. Three from the left corner is good.
Well,
that's Gonzalez-Pinella.
They've made a living off that play. That little baseline drift, and they just have knocked down shots, and don't look now. They've cut it to 6.
Here they come, back-to-back threes.
They won't go away.
8 minutes left to play. Gregory running the point right now with Blakely on the bench with 4 fouls. To Boulder-Rava, to Scott, to Mia. That's got to be a foul. He finally called it. It's a blocking foul on Rhodes. That's her third. So Shaquise May will check back in now for the Gamecocks, replacing Sanchez Ponce. Also Barclay in, replacing Rhodes. And Blakely's going to check in now for Davis.
Well, we should have a decided post-up advantage with Alina Enrique going up against Sarek.
Sarek is 6'2". Alina really hasn't looked to score that much recently. Gregory back out to Alina, top of the key.
Well,
to Blakely.
If you run your Utah offense, you're going to get that post interchange.
Blakely, there's the skip inside to Boulder-Rava, laid it up good and was fouled. That's a little give and go. She broke to the basket and finished it through the contact. 16.
Just basic pick and roll basketball. She comes off the ball screen and a really nice pass by Cap, touch pass over the top. Nas keeps it high, catches it, scores it.
Foul on Barclay is her second. Team's second of the quarter. And that ended the little mini run for Jacksonville State. Now Boulder-Rava with 16 points at the line. And she nails the free throw. So Nas with 17 points, 6 rebounds tonight. 51-42, Lady Raider lead. Hand off to May, guarded by Scott in Middle Tennessee's man-to-man. May tries to penetrate into the lane, leaves it for the top. 16-foot jumper is good by Asia Barclay, her first points.
Matter of fact, that's one of the first times that Jacksonville State has made that shot all night long.
51-44, Lady Raider lead, approaching 7 minutes left to play. Middle Tennessee trailed by 2 at intermission. Scott, 15-foot jumper, good.
And that's
in great rhythm.
That's what makes Tamia Scott so difficult to defend, is that you're worried so much about her getting to the rim, and then she just stops on a dime, goes straight up and drills it.
And timeout taken by Rick Insel. And I've seen this a lot too. Coaches, I've talked to some coaches about it too, who like to take a timeout right after a make. And instead of only taking it when you're in some kind of difficulty, they like to take it in this situation.
Well, number one, you go into that huddle on a positive. So you're upbeat, you know, and now's a really good time to have a teaching point or points as far as your defense is concerned. Here's where we had to need to make a little bit of an adjustment, because right now we've got a 9-point lead. So you change and you sort of cover the three-point shooting more so than anything else, and what happens inside the arc happens inside the arc.
23 points for Tamia Scott tonight. Boulder-Rava was 17. And that's been primarily the offense tonight. On the other side, really nice game for Clara Gonzalez-Planella. Off the bench for Jacksonville State with 17 points. She is 5 of 8 from three-point range tonight.
But when you look down the line, she's got no help.
Yep.
She has no help whatsoever. And, you know, it's pretty unusual in college basketball to see a team that doesn't have a double-figure score. And so many teams that we play in the conference have
3 or 4.
3 or 4.
That's right.
And they have none.
Rhodes is their leading scorer with 9.6 average. She is scoreless tonight.
Yeah, she's, matter of fact,
0 for 8 from the field.
She's had a rough night.
Yep, she has. She has struggled. She had a rough night in Jacksonville against Middle Tennessee.
Well, it's a tough matchup for her because she's going up against Nas, so she's expending a lot of energy early on defensively. And And just Noss's presence, I think, gives her a lot of cause for pause when she's shooting the ball.
Middle Tennessee on the night, 16 of 47 from the field. Excuse me, that's Jacksonville State, 16 of 47 for 34%, 11 of 25 from three-point range. So, again, more than half of their field goal attempts tonight have been from outside the arc. Middle Tennessee, 20 of 43 from the field, 46%. Only 3 of 13 from three-point range for the night. One of the real keys now, Middle Tennessee 10 of 13 from the line. Jacksonville State's only 1 for 2.
Yeah, and I think, again, when you go back and you look at what's going on outside the arc and inside the arc, Jacksonville State 11 of 25 from three-point line, but inside that arc, only 5 of 22. And that pretty well tells the story so far.
After the timeout, Jacksonville State's basketball, 6:50 left to play. Middle Tennessee leading 53-44. Barclay holding it above her head, now dribbles with the left hand to the left side of the lane. Caught off by Boldereva, tries to reverse back to the right. Cross pass to Harris, her 15-foot jumper, back rim no good. Tamia Scott another rebound. Avoided the back slap from behind on the defender, brings it up court on her own. And now she'll get it to Blakely. Now back to Tamia, left wing. Scott being guarded by Sarich, takes the three. Tamia nails another one. Oh, my goodness.
Once again, you've got a scenario where you're so worried about her playing off the bounce. That's all you're thinking about, and then she just raises up and knocks down that three.
26 for Tamia Scott. 56-44 Lady Raider lead. Barclay, again, going to try to dribble to that left side of the lane and reverse. Look for the kick out to the wing. It's not open. Now sends it to the corner to Harris. Harris being chased by Blakely. Can't play him before fouls. Harris with the dribble, kicks it outside. Barkley's jumper's an air ball and a shot clock violation. That's at least 3 air balls tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, Jacksonville State does something really unique. I mean, they get it to a player, many times their post, and they just go dribble around in the paint. So you're having to invert how you would normally defend, which is sort of difficult to do because it's out of your rhythm.
It's very unusual, it is. Middle Tennessee with the ball, 5:38 left to play. Scott, who's had a big second half. There's the lob into Boldereva and a foul as Nas was trying to go up and make the catch. I think they're going to get Barkley on a hold, and it will be on Asia Barkley. That's her third.
Yeah, I'm glad for the foul there. That probably was not
the
wisest choice from Jalen Gregory there.
Jalen's had a difficult night. Only 1 for 4 from the field, a couple of points. Blakely up top to Boldereva. Right wing to Tamia Scott. Now back up top to Blakely. Shot clock at 7. Cab drives, little step back, and that's going to be an offensive foul.
That's number 5.
That's number 5 on Blakely. So she fouls out with 5 points tonight. She'll sit down, and that means you're going to see Savannah Davis. We have not seen Jada Harrison yet. Thought we might, still might, on this stretch run. 5:15 left to play. Thornsberry has checked in now for Jacksonville State. She has the basketball. Handoff now to May. May cut off on the drive. Works a little closer. Kicks it to the top of the key. 17-footer no good. Scott with another rebound for Tamia. That is number 11 in her double-double tonight. So Scott now with, I believe, 7 career double-doubles. 4:45 left to play. Enrique to Scott, top of the key. Tamia's done everything in this second half. Dribbles to the lane. Scoops and draws the foul. I mean, she's just been unstoppable inside and out here in this second half.
Her crossover has been deadly.
Yes, it has. So now free throws coming for Scott with 4:34 left to play. Sanchez Ponce returns for the Gamecocks.
And she is so good off the dribble that for the most part you have to live with the 3 that she made, the pull-up 2, because if you try to crowd her at all, she's by you.
Yep. And Tamia makes both free throws. continuing her great night. 28 points, 21 in this second half. 58-44, Middle Tennessee's largest lead of the night. Shot up and under, rejected by Boulder Ava. Into the hands of Gregory. Nas has about a half a dozen block shots tonight, at least. Gregory, bounce pass Enrique. Approaching 4 minutes left to play. Scott drives baseline, can't shoot. Back out to Boulder Ava. Shot clock at 10, jumper taken, no good. Rebound taken away by Jacksonville State. That rolled all over the iron, but just eased its way out. In case you're wondering, tonight is a career high for Tamia Scott point-wise. That's 28. Sariq with the basketball at the top of the key, 10 on the shot clock. Drives on Enrique, kicks to the wing. Thornsberry's jumper is no good. Rebound Boulder Ava with a board. And for Nas, that is her 8th. 17 points, 8 rebounds for Boulder Ava. Now you can be very patient on offense with 3:20 left to play, leading by 14. Scott looking for the entry pass. It was not open. Goes to Enrique, skips it to Davis in the corner. Savannah steps into the 3, no good. Rebound, Enrique got a hand on it, couldn't secure it. Sanchez Ponce comes the other way. Going to drive on Tamia Scott. That's a mistake. Rejected away. Oh, why would you even try that? That ball never got out of her hands.
No. And pretty well when she started driving, we all knew what was getting ready to happen as well.
58-44. Gregory with the dribble. Up top, Enrique. Left side, Savannah Davis. She's going to fire another 3 and nails it, her 3rd of the night.
Ball screen and roll and filler from that weak side. Just such a simple play. And Savannah Davis comes off loaded to fire and kills it.
And she has been encouraged in practice over and over again. You're on the court to take that shot.
Shoot the ball.
61-44, Lady Raider lead. 3 at the other end is way off. Rebound, another one for Tamia. That is number 12 for her. Scott with the basketball. 2:10 left to play. The final score will not maybe indicate how difficult this one really was early on. The lob to Boulder Ava inside. Stripped away, loose ball taken away by the Gamecocks. She was trying to dribble a little bit closer. Sariq runs to the basket, puts one up high off the glass softly, and makes the basket. And timeout taken by Jacksonville State. And I think it's a 30-second timeout. No, it's going to be a full timeout. We'll take it as well with 1:53 left to play. Middle Tennessee leading 61-46. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Plan ahead and plan for success. Put Lee Company on your team for all your facility and home maintenance needs. They are proud to be an official partner of the MTSU Blue Raiders and have serviced homes and businesses for 80 years. For the very best heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electrical services, call Lee Company at 615-867-1000. Visit them at leecompany.com or call 615-867-1000.
The MTSU Alumni Association is proud of its more than 130,000 living alumni who are leading, teaching, entertaining, researching, flying, farming, nursing, and more worldwide. Every Blue Raider accomplishment adds value to your degree. Are you connected to the MTSU National Alumni Association? Visit mtalumni.com to share what you're doing. Update your information and see how you can be involved and informed. You can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.
How do you create a tradition of leadership? You power it with impressive towing and hauling, sharpen it with smart features like a mobile generator, and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence, only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available features. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Rutherford County's MTSU station, News Radio WGNS.
Well, after the timeout, Jacksonville State puts on a full court press and forces the turnover. They have the basketball with 1:38 left to play. Going to have to play with some desperation now if the Gamecocks want a shot to get back in this. Shot kick to the wing. Sanchez Ponce's 3 is short. Rebound, Tamia Scott had it for a moment, lost it to Boulder Ava. It kicked off of her shoe but went right to Nas. And Gregory going to calm it down with 1:20 left to play. Middle Tennessee trailed by 2 at halftime. They have held Jacksonville State to 16 second-half points. Davis, open 3, short. Rebound, Jacksonville State, taken by Barnes. Sariq, long 3, way off the mark. Loose ball, there's Tamia Scott with another rebound. She's done everything in the second half, and we are in the final minute. This is going to be one that falls into the hard-earned category, but to defend the home turf, nice second-half turnaround.
Yeah, grinders aren't all bad.
Yep. Scott, step-back jumper by Tamia. My goodness.
Have a night.
Oh, my goodness, she's got 30.
Have a night.
Oh, and I just looked over at the Middle Tennessee bench, and Matt Insel just kind of looked over at Tom Hodges and went, well, that's pretty good right there.
Good call. Good call.
18 seconds left. Sariq drives on Enrique, puts it up, blocked by Boulder Ava, out of bounds. Nas, at the last break, had 4 blocked shots. I think she's got at least 2 more now, but 63-46, 13.8 seconds to play. Inbound to Sanchez Ponce for Jacksonville State. Turns, spins, missed the layup. Rebound, Tamia Scott. It would be appropriate for Tamia to dribble the time away and finish this game with that basketball in her hands.
Well, sometimes it's just as simple as we had Tamia Scott and they didn't. And tonight she took over.
Oh, in the second half she was absolutely incredible and finished with a career-high 30 points. Middle Tennessee 63, Jacksonville State 46. With the win, the Lady Raiders 17-6 and 9-1 in Conference USA. They take the sweep of the series with the Gamecocks this season. We'll take a break, go through the postgame show right after this. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Pepsi Zero Sugar has taken its flavor to the next level. A Zero Sugar Cola has never tasted this good. But we don't expect you to take our word for it, so we're putting it to the test, starting with me. My mouth is watering already, so I think we can skip the drum roll and get right to the main event. Cue the fireworks. We have an official best Zero Sugar ever. It's delicious, it's refreshing, and it's so good you'll need to try it for yourself. Trust me. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Zero never tasted so good. That's what I like.
When it comes to money, I'm a saver.
Me too. Though I can also be a bit of a spender.
Well, Ascend has got you both covered. With our interest-earning checking, you can
earn interest so I can save money for my beach trip?
Sure. And with our rewards checking, you can
get cash back for my purchases? Tap reward?
Yep. So no matter how you handle your money, Ascend Federal Credit Union has the right checking account for you. Interest-earning checking earns 3.56% annual percentage yield up to $15,000. Some restrictions apply.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Smith dribbles to the top of the key and lets it fly, and it's no good. Oh, but wait, he was fouled. They'll have another chance to win. Hey, you know what this reminds me of, Bob?
The game against State last year?
Nope, the bonus scratch instant games from the Tennessee Lottery. They give you 2 chances to win, one on the front of the ticket and one on the back.
Okay, that's random.
Play the bonus scratch instant games today for your chance at up to $500,000. The Tennessee Lottery. Game-changing fun. Please play responsibly.
Looking for the ultimate hangout spot? Head to Cedar Glade Brews. With 12 taps and over 100 bottles and cans, we've got craft beer, seltzer, mead, kombucha, cider, non-alcoholic, and craft soda for everyone. We're family and dog-friendly, featuring food trucks, live music, and trivia nights. Plus, you can book our space for private events inside or on our spacious patio.
Blue Raider fans enjoy a Cedar Glade brew in the Murphy's Center Beer Garden.
Purveyors of foamy goodness. Cedar Glade Brews, where great times and good vibes await.
Blue Raider fans, Lightning's Locker Room, powered by Textbook Brokers, is the place to get your Blue Raider gear. Open Monday through Friday from 8 to 6 and Saturday 10 to 4. Lightning's Locker Room is just across the street from Floyd Stadium at 1321 Greenland Drive. It has all the MT polos, hoodies, t-shirts, hats, and all the other game day gear you'll ever need. See the selection online at mtsugear.com or in Murphy Center on game days. Lightning's Locker Room, the official game day provider, powered by Textbook Brokers.
Lady Raider Game Day continues, and we have you covered with a full recap on the Exit Realty postgame show. Today's Lady Raider postgame show is presented by Exit Realty, Bob Lamb and Associates, and agents Brad Hopkins, Richard Lewis, Tim Page, and Chip Walters. The Lady Raider postgame show is also sponsored by Window World of Murfreesboro, the official window and exterior remodeling company of Blue Raider Athletics. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, official team physicians for Blue Raider Athletics. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford, the official hospital partner for MTSU Athletics. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Once again, here's the voice of the Lady Raiders, Joe Fisher.
After trailing by 2 at halftime, Middle Tennessee puts on a tremendous third quarter and second half, led by a career night by Tamia Scott, as she scored 30 points to lead the Lady Raiders to a 63-46 win over Jacksonville State. With the win, Middle Tennessee stays atop Conference USA at 9-1, and Jacksonville State falls to 3-7 overall. Joe Fisher, along with Kyle Turnham, will be joined by a player of the game, and Coach Insel will join us as well. Halftime, it was a 2-point game. Kyle, Jacksonville State was 7 for 16 from three-point range in that first half. But coming out in the third quarter, Middle Tennessee, as they've done so many times recently in this season, doubled down on their defense, rode that into transition, and Tamia Scott just took this game over in the third quarter.
Well, there's a reason why Middle Tennessee is number 7 in the country in scoring defense, and they're number 2 in the country in field goal percentage defense. That's what we hang our hat on. And even in the first half, it being what it was, the way we played defense in the second half basically gave Jacksonville State no breathing room whatsoever. Their ability to penetrate and pitch just dried up. Wasn't there. And they had no interior scoring. They had no perimeter scoring. We were limiting them to one shot max. They weren't getting offensive rebounds, and it sort of ignited us offensively in terms of transition. Obviously, Noss continued to play well, but Tamia Scott went space age in the second half.
Atmos Energy is delighted to sponsor the Blue Raiders and fuel homes and business in Middle Tennessee with affordable, efficient, and reliable natural gas for today and generations to come. Natural gas is the smart choice for fueling our energy future. We'll take a break, come back, visit with our player of the game, and more on the post-game show right after this. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
How do you create a tradition of leadership? You power it with impressive towing and hauling, sharpen it with smart features like a mobile generator, and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence, only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available features. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
Las Casas Drugs is a proud sponsor of Blue Raider Athletics, located at 4702 Las Casas Pike, just minutes from Murfreesboro. Las Casas Drugs strives to provide all of your pharmaceutical needs in that hometown atmosphere you deserve. Family-owned and operated, Las Casas Drugs offers free delivery, immunizations, drive-through window, gift shop, merchandise, and medication management programs. Come by and see how we can make a difference. And go Blue Raiders.
Nothing is more expensive than a missed opportunity that could have changed your life. Maybe you're just graduating high school, or are working and need to earn a degree to advance your career. Or you aspire to be a leader, and a graduate degree can make that happen. Whether you're just starting out or retooling for the future, Middle Tennessee State University can help you get there. MTSU, the University of Opportunities.
Today's game is brought to you in part by proud partners of Blue Raider Athletics, Grannis & Associates, certified public accountants. They provide a full range of tax preparation, accounting, and bookkeeping services for both business and individual needs. That's Grannis & Associates. Give them a call at 615-895-1040 or visit Grannis & Associates online at gcpas.com.
The Blue Raiders play here. News Radio WGNS.
Middle Tennessee a winner tonight over Jacksonville State, 63-46. Time now for our Built Ford Tough player of the game. Kyle, any guess who that might be?
No, I've been going down the stat sheet trying to figure out who it was going to be, and thought it was a really tough call. Could have been about 4 or 5 different players, but then you look down there and see this 30 and 14. I thought it was pretty obvious.
It's going to be Tamia Scott. Yeah, visit buyfordnow.com for all Ford makes and models because the best trucks are built Ford tough. Career night for you. Congratulations. Take us through. Let me make sure your mic's on. People are going to want to hear you. There you go. Okay, there we go. Take us through halftime and then whatever transpired to sort of turn things around in the third quarter.
In the first half, we weren't really making the right decisions, and we had a lot of turnovers, just uncharacteristic. Second half, we just came back out. We played more like ourselves, moved the ball a little bit more, read the defense a lot better. That's it, really. You really,
and Kyle and I were talking about this team hangs its hat on its defense. And you guys, when you get that defense locked in, it also leads into your transition and offense, doesn't it?
Yes, our defense is what fuels our offense, and also rebounding. Rebounding and defense are two, really, really big keys to get us going on the offensive side.
Well, first of all, I need you to write down everything you did all day today and also what you did at halftime. And we're going to sell it and make some money off it. Okay? But seriously, I mean, what an incredible second half. And, I use a phrase, single-minded. When you come off and get downhill, you get really single-minded. And I haven't seen anybody that has the ability to stop you yet. And yet you saw some other shots become available because of that ability to get downhill. You have the wide open three where they're worried about the drive. Mm-hmm. You have a couple of the pull-up shots there at about the 15-foot range where they're trying desperately to trying to find a way to cut you off at the rim, and you just put both feet down, raise up, and knock that down. And, to be a three-level scorer like you are is really, really impressive. But what about the 14 rebounds? Is that a career high?
I think it is. It is actually career high rebounds and points tonight. It was just a really big emphasis in the locker room. They were out rebounding us, I think, by 3 or 4 at halftime. Mm-hmm. So we just went back out, and I went to the boards. I just got every ball I could.
14 rebounds ties your career high.
Oh,
yeah, so it matches that.
Okay.
What's it feel like to be in a situation where the shots are starting to go, and you feel it now, and the confidence has got to grow? Mm-hmm. What's it like to see the ball go like that?
Does that rim look like a hula hoop?
Yeah, I mean, every shot that I took in the second half, I thought it was going in. I'm like, this is going in. So, I mean, that has a lot to do with it actually. Yeah. It's just work. I mean, I'm in the gym constantly, so I shoot those shots 100 times before I do in the game.
Yeah, a lot of people just don't understand the number of hours that you spend outside of practice, outside of games, before games, after games. I mean, the reps. Mm-hmm.
And not even in the gym, just thinking about it when you're at home, on the bus, just always in your head.
Right.
It was a lot of fun. Tell us what the halftime was like. I mean, this is a team that doesn't panic, obviously, but what was the mood in the locker room like?
I mean, it was we knew what we had to do better, and it was just kind of, you need to do this better, you need to do that better, and hearing that isn't fun, but, we just came back out. We tried to keep the energy up, and we did.
And
so
you did,
we
absolutely.
won. Yep.
Congratulations. Great job tonight.
Thank you.
Career night for Tamia Scott, 30 points, 14 rebounds, 7th career double-double, and Middle Tennessee's win. We'll take a break, come back, visit with Coach Insel and more right after this. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
Not feeling well and need to see a doctor? Find the care you need now at Ascension St. Thomas. We're here with 24/7 ER care, same-day care, and walk-in urgent care for broken bones, sprains, allergies, sore throats, and more. Visit ascension.org/St. Thomas Care to get the right care at the right place at the right time. Serving Middle Tennessee State University, Murfreesboro, and surrounding communities.
Roscoe Brown is proud to be a longtime supporter of MTSU Athletics and your locally owned HVAC and plumbing company for over 80 years. Roscoe Brown has been the trusted name for heating, cooling, and plumbing for Middle Tennessee homeowners and businesses. Call 888-MY-ROSCOE to schedule your HVAC or plumbing service today. Turn to the experts at Carrier and Roscoe Brown. People you know, a name you trust. Go Blue Raiders.
Roscoe Brown.
RoscoeBrown.com. RJ Young is no longer just your office copier supplier. We are now helping you create the modern office. Our cutting-edge solutions cover security systems, business phones, managed IT, and AV technology for your organization. We've teamed up with world-class partners to save you more through building services, and our U.S.-based specialists are your personal coaches, making sure you always have the highest degree of personalization.
How do you create a tradition of leadership? You power it with impressive towing and hauling, sharpen it with smart features like a mobile generator, and dominate the game 48 years straight. That's Ford F-Series, America's best-selling trucks, a legacy of excellence, only at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Available features. See Owner's Manual for important operating instructions based on 1977 to 2024 total sales.
WGNS, the flagship station for Blue Raider sports.
Nice second-half rally tonight in Murphy Center. Middle Tennessee defeats Jacksonville State 63-46. We're joined by Lady Raider head coach Rick Insel. You told me before the game this was probably not going to be anything like that first game was in Jacksonville, and you were right.
Well, they've got a good team. They're well coached. Rick does a heck of a job, and we knew that they had 3 or 4 young ladies that could shoot the heck out of threes, and we just did a poor job of rotating and covering those players the first half. They got some of them were open looks and some of them were not open looks, but it didn't matter. The ball still went in. I think they were like 7-9 first half, something like that. So that's hard. No matter how many points you score on the other end, you're still going to be one down. You're not hitting threes too. But I thought our players came back out the second half. Cab and Gregory and Tamia all really got up in them playing man defense. And then, Nas went to work in there, blocking shots. How many blocks did Nas have?
They officially gave her 6 tonight.
Yeah, I would probably say 6 blocks and maybe altered about another 6.
There's no doubt,
But when we finally got the key to that, and quit giving help, we were trying to give Nas help. And that's what we do. Excuse me. When we come off of that and Nas began handling everything in the lane, then we were able to do a pretty good job defensively. I thought Savannah, she got set up, a freshman. She got set up on that far wing over there as a freshman one time, and that's fine. But you can't get set up again.
Yeah.
You got to be smart enough, and she is, to not go under that screen and get out there and have a hand on that shot.
Well, we'll talk about Tamia in a moment, but when you hold a team to 6 points in a quarter, you're living on your defense, and then your defense leads to your offense accelerating.
Well, I thought Cab came back in the second half and did a good job distributing the ball. Didn't try to do too much, and that's what we need. She don't try to do too much, and she's great defensively, but sometimes, she gets a little bit in a hurry, and, she don't need to do that. But she knows. I'm telling you right now, I'm glad I got her, though.
Oh, yeah.
I'd hate for her to be guarding me, to be honest with you, because she's going to play defense 94 feet.
Yep.
And that's what she does. And that's why she gets in foul trouble, because she's out there playing defense 94 feet.
I mean, statistically, when you look at us nationally from a defensive perspective, you rank in the top 10 in the country in 3 categories: scoring defense, field goal percentage defense, and then obviously blocks per game. And it's refreshing, to be honest with you, to have players come in that all can score points in bunches, but they tie things up on the defensive end and put so much pride and so much effort in that, because in the third quarter in particular, they had no driving lanes. They had, with no driving lanes, there's no penetrate pitches, and basically we just shut them completely out, and it started with that attitude.
Well, again, our best defensive player on the perimeter is Jalen.
Mm-hmm.
Jalen does a tremendous job. Cal, she does a lot of good too, but she's gambling the whole time. Which I don't have a problem with that, because most of the time in her gambling, she's getting a deflection.
Yep.
And she's quick enough to get back in position.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got Tamia, which I thought tonight did a good job playing defense.
Yep.
So I thought tonight might have been Tamia's best job on the defensive end also. Not only did she outscore everybody in the gym, but she was able to play good defense and then got 14 rebounds.
14 boards, yep.
You know, it's what I've told her before. Once you get to that place where once you get above that line, there's nobody there. You don't want to go back where everybody's at. Tonight, she might have got above that line. We'll see about that Saturday and the rest of the season. But she's got that kind of potential to do that. And, you know, that's what we got to get out of her every night. And some nights she comes not ready to play. And still gets, 14, 15 points. But tonight, they had to guard her. Mm-hmm. And they had to use everybody they had to guard her.
Mm-hmm. Well, and we talk so much, too, about her ability to score at 3 levels. It all starts with her ability to put the ball on the floor. But then when you start worrying about her driving, she makes a 3-point shot in front of the bench where they're worried about the drive first. Then she's coming off the ball screen, turning the corner, and they're rushing to get ahead of her, and she just stops on a dime, jumps up, and knocks shots down. Her ability to score at 3 levels is uncanny.
Well, when I saw that when we were recruiting, she come off Tom's bench, Flight's bench, and she was better than anybody that he was playing. But when she came off the bench, I was kind of glad she was on the bench, because that meant I had a better chance of recruiting her and getting her, and we got her. But, she's amazing when she wants to turn it on.
Mm-hmm.
It was, and Tamia said in the locker room at halftime, she said, we heard some things we didn't want to hear. You don't want to be told, but we knew what we had to do.
Well, it really wasn't loud in there. It was just the fact that, hey, we're not rotating. And we're not getting, and we don't need to give help on this shooter when Nas is where she's at, and we pointed it out on the boards, and that was what we really got into was the defensive rotations, and we come back out and they hooked into it because they only got 6 points.
Well, and I think really the first half was a good thing for us because it forced us to get refocused rather than going out and having a 50-point win, similar to the win that you had down there, where you cruise and you really don't get anything out of it. You got the girls reinvested at halftime, and then the second half you saw when you get invested what you can be.
There's no doubt about it, Kyle, no doubt about it. And, I thought Davis had a good game tonight.
Yes, I
know
agree.
we've hit on it, but Davis had a good game tonight. 3 for 5.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
And we was trying to go back to her. But that's all that's going to do is open up Jalen and open up Tamia when she starts putting the ball in the hole. And I'll tell you what she'll do now. She may make a mistake or two on defense, but she'll put her nose in there and go get a rebound.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. She's a little bitty thing, but she gets in there and worms around and gets those rebounds some way or another. I don't know how.
Yep. Finally, you mentioned Tamia a moment ago rebounding. You've been kind of harping on that all year, trying to get her, and it sort of gradually started to get now 6 boards, 7 boards, 8 boards, and every once in a while, and now she gets 14
The other
tonight.
teams that we play better hope that she doesn't keep doing that.
Yeah.
Because that's really dominant. When you go in there and you're getting double, that's an Ebony Road type thing, So I'm really proud that she had that game tonight.
Proud of the team.
Yeah, she's got the ability to be as complete of a player as has been here in terms of her ability to score, ability to rebound, ability to play defense on the ball, ability to block shots. The list just goes on and on.
No doubt about it, Kyle. No doubt about it.
Well,
but, again, she's got a good supporting cast. You just can't fall off and not guard the others. When she was coming around that corner, they didn't give help because Jalen Gregory standing there.
Right.
On the other corner, they couldn't give help because you had little Davis standing there. So even though you have a great night, you still got to pat your teammates on the back, because if you didn't have those people, and then inside you got Nos in there.
Yeah, Nos on the roll.
Yeah, on the roll in there, and so it's you got to have good teammates with you. That's how you recruit to Middle Tennessee. You're going to come and play with some great players, and you're going to get it. You're not going to be here and be the only one here. You're just going to be one of the boys. It'll be up to you to step through that.
Well, quick turnaround now for Kennesaw State on Saturday.
Well, Kennesaw State is a good team. They played us much like this team did when we played down there. You were there, Joe, and I think we had our mind on the weather a little bit that night.
Yep.
But still, they've got a pretty good basketball team. How did they do with Western? Anybody know?
I have not heard yet. Western won
by what?
Pretty comfortably, by 20, I think.
Okay, so we'll just have to take it from there.
Yep. Well, let's get it done.
All right, guys. Hey, we appreciate you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Coach Insel with us after that 63-46 win over Jacksonville State. We'll come back, go through the final stats for you, and wrap it up in just a moment. This is Lady Raider basketball from Van Wagner.
When the arena lights dim for a concert, or when the crowd becomes one at a big game, you can almost feel like you're the biggest fan. But who's your biggest fan? It's the person that will get you home safely after a night of drinking. It's the person who looks out for your life to make sure you leave the stadium with someone sober. This could be a designated driver or someone who offers to get you a ride share. Because in Tennessee, fans don't let fans drive drunk. Brought to you by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office, a division of the Tennessee Department of Safety and Homeland Security.
Middle Tennessee Electric proudly supports the Blue Raiders, and we're proud to power the scoreboard lights at Murphy Center. When it comes to the electric service in the community, you can always trust MTE to do what's best for our members. We serve by providing affordable, reliable, safe electricity and outstanding member services. Here at MTE, we serve to make life better for our members and their communities. Visit MTE.com to learn more. And about that scoreboard, well, light it up, Blue Raiders.
At State Farm, when home and auto work as a team, you score and save money. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let's work together to win big by saving money on home and auto. With the service you get from State Farm, you might think our car insurance costs more. I'm State Farm agent Andy Wama. Give me a call at 615-890-0850 and let me show you with discounts up to 40%. You may find it even costs less.
With the game on the line and the shot clock winding down, the Blue Raiders pass the ball to the most proven player on the floor to make the game winner. As the Nashville area's proven John Deere equipment dealer and proud sponsor of Middle Tennessee basketball, Tri-Green Equipment is wide open and ready to make the game-winning play for your property season after season. Stop by in-store today or visit us online at trigreen.com. Go Blue Raiders.
You're listening to MTSU Sports on WGNS.
The Exit Realty postgame show brought to you by Exit Realty, Bob Lamb & Associates and agents Brad Hopkins, Chip Walters, Richard Lewis, and Tim Page, the #1 producing Exit Realty office in the United States. Find them online at exitmurfreesboro.com. Middle Tennessee a winner tonight, 63-46. And I think we just heard a few moments ago, Louisiana Tech edged Liberty tonight, which means at this moment, Middle Tennessee is in sole possession of first place in Conference USA. Let's take a look at the final stats. Tonight, Middle Tennessee, 23 of 49 from the field, just under 47%, 5 of 17 from three-point range, 29%, 12 of 15 from the line tonight for 80%. That's something that got lost in all this, is Middle Tennessee, because of the style of play and because of Jacksonville's style of play, they don't get to the free throw line very much at all. And tonight, Middle Tennessee outscores them by 11 at the free throw line. Jacksonville State 17 of 59, so once again holding an opponent below 30% from the field tonight. 11 of 29 from three-point range for the Gamecocks, but they hit 7 of those in the first half. Cooled off significantly, and the defense picked up in the second half. And again, 1 for 2 from the free throw line. Blue Raiders collected 39 rebounds tonight, ended up winning the rebounding category. And each Lady Raider rebound brought to you by Window World of Murfreesboro, as America's most trusted remodeler. Window World and their lifetime warranty will always be there when it really matters. Visit windowworldmurfreesboro.com for a free quote today. Window World of Murfreesboro, the official window provider of Blue Raider athletics. Key team stats, Middle Tennessee, 12 assists, 16 turnovers, 9 steals, 7 block shots, 6 by Nas, 1 big one by Tabia there in that second half. For Jacksonville State, 10 assists, 14 turnovers, 7 steals, and no blocked shots. Points in the paint, 28-10 in favor of the Lady Raiders. Points off turnovers turned up to be pretty even, 16-14 in favor of Middle Tennessee. And bench points, 31-9 in favor of Jacksonville State. That's no surprise. They score a lot off their bench all the time.
Yeah, they do. And, I think going back and looking at this game, I just really like the way that we went about it methodically. We established NOS immediately, and that really became the barometer of where we went from there. And we forced Jacksonville State to try to adjust to that, to figure out how to deal with NOS. And at that point, to me, as Scott obviously just took over the floor, and and lost in this is the fact that NOS still had 17 points.
Absolutely, yep.
Just overshadowed obviously by the double-double with Tamia at 30 and 14. But, Coach Ensel's right. I mean, it's a complete effort just having the right personnel on the floor, shooters in the corners, a driver in the middle, a nice post player rolling who's either going to catch it on the post or on the toss over the top, and, boy, that's hard to deal with.
It's a good combo. It sure is. Individually, of course, Tamia Scott, a career-high 30 points tonight. She scored, I think, 23 of those in the second half.
That's correct, 23.
30 points. Also tied her career high with 14 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, 1 block shot, 11 of 16 from the field, 2 for 3 from three-point range, 6 for 8 from the line, played all 40 minutes. The only player in the game to play all 40 minutes tonight for either team.
We talked in the pregame show that this was a game about playing to a standard. And to be perfectly honest, we didn't play to that standard in the first half. Now, I'm going to give Jacksonville State some credit for that as well. They came in with a good game plan. They executed that game plan to a high level. We got refocused at halftime, and we certainly played to that standard in the second half. And the reality of it is this, and this is not arrogance, this is just a fact. If we play to our standard, I think we're a really, really difficult team to beat, particularly in this league, and I think this is a team that can make some noise in the NCAA tournament.
Boulder Raven tonight just missed her 21st career double-double, 17 points and 9 rebounds on 7 of 14 from the field. Also 6 blocks, and now 77 block shots on the season as she continues to add to her school record total of well over 200. She's approaching 300 blocks now in her career.
Then the great thing about NOS that I think is overshadowed a little bit, you'd have to go back, and obviously I don't get a chance to go on all the road games, but she doesn't get in a tremendous amount of foul trouble.
Not often, yep.
And I think that speaks volumes to, her patience, using her length to her advantage, things of that nature. So to be that prolific of a shot blocker and not get into foul trouble any more than she does is a pretty special quality as well.
Savannah Davis was the 3rd leading scorer tonight for Middle Tennessee. She was 3 for 5 from three-point range with 9 points, and her confidence just continues to grow really on both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and I think truthfully for her, I mean, she's one of those, and young players are this way, their defense is going to follow their offense. If she shoots and makes that first shot, which she did, you see her take it to another level. Now, as you mature, your offense follows your defense. But as she's still learning right now, the thing that I like best about Savannah tonight, and want to see this every night, is she's catching the ball loaded.
Yep.
We talk about Tamia Scott being single-minded as a driver, and that sets up the rest of her game. Savannah Davis needs to be equally singular-minded as a shooter. When that ball hits in her hands, it needs to be cut loose.
Enrique did not score tonight, had 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal in her time. Courtney Blakely fouled out tonight, 5 points, 4 assists, 6 turnovers, but again, she is a handful defensively. I mean, she was so quick getting deflections early on, kind of set the tone because she was attacking on the perimeter all night.
Yeah, and I think that obviously when you're looking at her tonight, was she 100%? She was not. But she's still a force to be reckoned with. There's no question about that. And I think that's where, our defensive numbers are sort of spearheaded by that pressure right there in the middle of the floor just to get that offense initiated. And then we have some defenders that can really get out and force those entries to be caught about 10 feet away from where the other teams would like to be caught. Right. So it's really difficult for the other teams to attack us because we're pushing their offense so far out on the floor.
Emily Monson had 3 rebounds tonight in her 6 minutes of play. Jada Granum pulled a rebound in her minute and a half that she got on the court as well for the total of 63. Only player in double figures for Jacksonville State was Clara Gonzalez-Planella, who was 5 of 9 from three-point range. Really gave them a lift in the second quarter off the bench, scored 11 in that quarter, and finished the game with 17. But once again, a tremendous job on Brianna Rhodes, who came in as their leading scorer, held scoreless tonight, 0 for 8 from the field. And I just think trying to deal with Nas inside, just a really big challenge for her tonight.
That really bothered her. And, again, you talk about, what Nas doesn't get in terms of blocked shots. She certainly gets at least as many bothers on top of that, and there's no question she had an impact on Rhodes' game tonight.
So next for Middle Tennessee, right back into the friendly confines here, Kennesaw State comes in on Saturday. It's a 5 o'clock tip-off on Saturday, so a little unusual, a little later than maybe usually, but it's a 5 o'clock tip-off. Our broadcast will begin at 4:30 with the pregame show. Earlier, Kennesaw gave us a little bit of a battle on the road down just outside of Atlanta. Middle Tennessee won that game 59-47. Again, Coach Insel alluded to it. That was the game where the snow was coming, and we played on that Thursday night in Kennesaw, and the decision had been made right before the game that we were going to, instead of spending the night like was the plan, we were going to get on the bus and head to Jacksonville, Alabama after the game. And I have to believe, as he alluded to, that might have been a little bit disconcerting for the players. Kind of threw them off their game just a little bit, but they were able to put together a good second half and come back and win.
And, again, I don't care what anybody says, what conference you're in. Winning on the road is not easy.
Nope.
It's difficult no matter who you play, no matter what their record is. And so anytime you can go on the road and get those things, that's critically important. And that's also why, we take so much pride in having the home court advantage that we do here. Because, truthfully, we want teams to know they're not going to win here before they ever even tip the ball.
Yep.
And if they have any ideas, I just think I sort of always go back to this. They hope they can win, but they don't know they can win.
Right.
And that's one of the things that is going on this floor as well as on the road, that when the Lady Raiders roll in, big business is rolling in.
The win streak now, Conference USA home court win streak is 33 games now for Middle Tennessee. So once again, we get Kennesaw State Saturday, 5 o'clock is the tip-off, 4:30 is the airtime. Kyle, thank you very much. Always good to be with you.
Enjoyed it, my man.
We'll do it again on Saturday.
We will.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Joe Fisher. Final score again, Middle Tennessee 63, Jacksonville State 46. You've been listening to Lady Raider Basketball from Van Wagner.
Thanks for joining us for this broadcast of the 50th season of Middle Tennessee State University Women's Basketball. Today's broadcast was presented by Window World of Murfreesboro, the official window and exterior remodeling company of Blue Raider Athletics. Tennessee Orthopedic Alliance, official team physicians for Blue Raider Athletics. Ascend Federal Credit Union, the exclusive credit union of Blue Raider Athletics. Ascension St. Thomas Rutherford, the official hospital partner for MTSU Athletics. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. And by the Tennessee Highway Safety Office. Fans don't let fans drive drunk. The proceeding has been a Van Wagner presentation of the Blue Raider Network.
We now return to regular programming on News Radio WGNS.
I was by Lucas. So I just wanted to share these stats real quickly for the audience.